So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop? So much pain, cause my life's been a lot. So much pain, I'm getting tired of these blocks. I'm in last place right now, but I soon reach the top. So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop? So much pain, cause my
Bam.
life's
That's good, man.
Oh my God. Cool. Episode 12 of the Last Place podcast. We're back. We've actually got our guest on today. The schedules didn't clash. The schedules were scheduling.
No
this time
scheduling
around.
clashing this week.
So I'm saying the schedulings were schedulings. Yeah, I'm your host, Young Dubhul. The sexiest man alive, Sexatron, you know the rest. And the right of me, we got
Big Tycoon, your boy Tycoon Hunter, Mr. Chestnut Checkers. Yeah, it's my thing, man.
this that.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere. Yeah, or I'm not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere.
If we're doing ad-libs then, so we got Chef WALLA, you know what I mean? Mr. Community Masher, you know what I mean? What else we coming with? Chef number 1, chef number 2, chef number... I'm joking with you. Man, Chef WALLA, man. Chef WALLA in the building, man. Know the vibes, man.
Chef WALLA in the motherfucking building. That was the intro. I think that's I think you're actually like the first guest to actually just go crazy with the names.
After this flow, man. After this flow, be yourself, innit?
Basically. But
What's the Insta?
yeah.
Oh, Insta, obviously WALLA Street Food. Snapchat, WALLA Street Food. TikTok, WALLA Street Food. Basically everything WALLA Street Food. I don't know what's going on.
Links, everything all above there. Chef WALLA, the main man. Shout out to people, innit?
Yeah.
Shout out to people. Thanks everyone again. Last week's episode, sick. Tizo, shout out my brother Tizo. Absolutely amazing episode. Something different, that was he filled it for you, basically. Yeah.
Nah, that was a good one still. It was a nice and flowable combo.
That's what I'm saying. So it just worked out perfectly. So yeah, but thanks for everyone supporting, loving the thing.
Sharing it up, liking, commenting.
Yeah, man, make sure you like and subscribe, man. The people that are too shy with the finger buttons, you know what I mean? Not the ones that, them people that just like in their head and subscribe in their head. Yo, press the button, man. Use your fingers, man. What's wrong with you?
Facts.
Crazy.
What WALLA
Comment
said.
as well, man.
You know what I mean?
My first video, we had bare comments there, people that's going quiet and that, but yeah, man.
But they'll be viewing it. They'll be viewing it. They'll be showing
They'll be seeing it though. Yeah, I seen your thing last week, Oh, did you? You didn't like it though, did you? Oh, okay.
Or share it.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's cool though, you know what I mean?
But the video, but people view in silence, and in secret. But they just don't want to make you know that they know. But it's the way the world works.
Man will come up, man will approach man and say, yes, in the episode last week. Like man that I never had no idea.
No idea, yeah.
Even like bothered watching man's party.
Listen, they be watching your thing, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. But man know this now. Like, it's just,
I don't ever want to generally say it's brum. It's just the world, innit? People act like they don't do certain things. They do certain things. They watch certain things. They go certain places and rare and rah. But they just try and perceive that they don't. Just own it, innit? If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is, man. But sometimes you just can't let it get to you, innit? You just let it slide and just know.
We're gonna get into it. I thought, we're gonna get into it because we kind of had a little bit of conversation because the whole Brom thing.
Because even though this is man's podcast and we can speak on it like that, obviously you have a social media presence or like you obviously use social, so and feel how it feels when people ain't sharing your thing when you feel like people probably should.
You know what? Okay, prime like to even put it into like the same category as me. It's like people will see me. Okay, my thing's been running for like 4 years now. Now I'm not a person where when you come to me, you come like there's no rush. Don't feel pressured. But it's like small talk. I don't like small talk. Yeah. Because small talk always leads to, but I'm due to come to your thing. I've been open 4 years. And I say it to people. I never used to say it before but I say it to put them under pressure. And it's like, oh, I swear. And now they're trying to divert the conversation.
So you just stick on my
You know what I mean? So but then there's been times of where like, I'm due to come to your thing, I've got food in the car, what you saying? A man are not expecting me to say, fam.
They say bet over the
man are not expecting me to, and they're like, oh, I swear, but I'm saying, nah, hold that.
It's like
they're not expecting me to give it to them, and I'm saying, nah, take it. But try and you get the phone call next week, yo, the food is fire, fam. Or then you see them the week after, place an order. So I'm saying, sometimes you have to just
Slap it out of
Give a
man.
little to get a lot. Sometimes it's not always about the money in it. Sometimes it's about just initiating that first icebreaker in it. Like, yo, give it, take it. Try to know when the flavors kick in, and then you know what it's about. You know now. Raw, I should have been here sooner.
Yeah.
So it's how the game works. You just have to know how to play the game in it. I feel anyway. Once you know how to play it to your advantage, you're on a roll.
Because that's like, man can relate to man's thing. Be like, oh yeah, might not get the mad views now, but when man get the mad views, it's gonna be like, yeah, man, yo.
Everyone's going, I know women, you know. Yeah, you score school with them, man. Nah, allow it. But saying that, school, Rocky. No, trust me. You brought it home, lad. You brought it home. Net kick.
Incredible.
Joke is, but wait there. No, the joke is though, I didn't see the other angle. I didn't see him throw the punch because it was the punch that initiated the kick.
Yeah, it's a feint thing. It was a feint left. And
what I seen, you know what's mad? Obviously, I'm not the biggest MMA watcher. But like when I seen a kick, it didn't look all like crazy. So I'm thinking like the geezer folded.
I was like, huh?
I know, but you know when you see it like in slow mo, the geezer's like he just kicks, and then the geezer's like folds and like
it didn't look mad.
Yeah, like I've seen some deadly back heel things.
Literally, bro, I've clocked the angle from like straight on. So where he's here and the next one's there. Then I seen the feint, but as he's feinted, he's gone. Basically, his hands literally just dropped.
He just licked him.
But he already knew it was gonna drop, so he's threw the kick at the. When I mean, like literally, if he didn't drop his hand, it wouldn't have connected as well. Oh Lord, home time, bro. Yeah. Bedtime.
Didn't follow through either.
Rocky.
Yo, I was practicing that kick in my yard,
bro. I'm telling you. All I'm saying, listen, it was curtains because when look at it, it was like what 40 seconds left on the clock.
Final round?
Yeah, he went meant to win that. He was losing on points.
But if you know what's mad when you look at into the UFC like that.
I am, I kind of am to a certain degree. But
when you see his whole journey and his whole story about how he's meant to have the title shot and he's getting pushed to the side, meant to have a fight, it's not happening. It's just all meant like the way man's whole thing. Come to the like how it planned out.
It's the universe, innit? The universe. A lot of people think, this never happened before it's time. It all happens within its time, innit?
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's all meant to fall into place at whatever time it's meant to fall into place. But I'm just telling you, bro, boy, there, hands up, bro, hats off.
Facts.
Man went to school with my man, bro. So you know that, it's from seeing that there, bro. That made me realize, bro. Anything in this world is possible.
Nah, facts, man.
Anything in this world is possible, bro. Like, man was on the corner back in school selling cookies.
Stop.
We was on the corner. Listen, we were Aston Martin. If you know about Aston Martin, we got the building. I was on the block selling. You know what I mean?
Hey, now stop, man.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
Hey, wait there. Let's do a job, lad.
Let's do a job. This is WALLA's podcast. This is the WALLA Street Food podcast featuring the Last Place podcast boys.
But yeah, nah.
Facts, blood. Nah, but man might as well just speak on it, bro.
What? Where we gonna go?
Man might as well just speak on like there's the whole school thing. Him selling cookies, bro.
Facts.
I gotta scratch off the list.
Facts.
There's no order, bro.
Facts.
No rules.
No rules.
Not when Chef WALLA's here, anyway.
No order.
Yeah, man, got a lot of history, bro. Like,
history's crazy, bro.
School, even before school, bro. Man used to go friggin' like I forget we even went play scheme with him, bro.
Splash,
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
blood. I miss that, Like, I feel like when you raw think of like back, really, like when people, when you say back in the day, like I mean back in the day, bro. Like before we had phones,
before everything,
knocking on doors, hoping they're in. Oh, they're outside already. You have to go find your friends, bro. Like, where are you? It was like, where are them, man?
Walking around
searching the ends for your merchant. And these men could be anywhere, in a bush, in one yard, anywhere, bro. Like, that's what you call back in the day. But like, I feel like life was rather just been a mad journey, bro. From back then still to now, bro. Like, the journey ain't finished.
Start then. Like, where did your journey start then?
My journey. I would say when you raw think about it, okay. I was even hustling from primary school, you know, I'll be honest with you.
Go on then, start.
When I actually deep it, I'm going to go back as far as primary school, bro. Yeah. I remember hustling comic books.
Okay.
I remember hustling comic books and that. Basically, my brothers and sister dad used to give me comic books and that, innit?
What kind of comic books?
Like, obviously, Marvel and rare. All the madness ones, the exclusive joints. But I used to sell them, bro. Sell them in school. Friggin' gel pens. I used to sell gel pens back in school. Bro, I was hustling from way when. Literally, so from when I left there, I've always just had that natural instinct of how to kind of just
make money.
Make money, bro. Went to secondary school, Aston Manor. Straight from there.
What primary did you go?
I went to Lazals and Mansfield Green, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Lazals and Mansfield Green. So literally straight from there, Aston Manor, and then from there, I think this is when 3 weekends. Them days there, remember Voda family and 3 weekends and all them things there.
That's your job. That's their job.
You must have knew about that. Listen, 3 weekends basically was a case of, I think you would top up £5 in a week, and I think you had to burn your £5 before Friday. I think probably about say 8 o'clock Friday night. So for the whole weekend, you got free course to everyone that's on Vodafone. Bro, mad. When I mean it was mad, fam, it was crazy, brazy. Everyone was on Vodafone.
You know what's mad? Man, not even say free Wi-Fi. I'm gonna say free calls and texts.
But wait there.
Wait, sorry. Like calls and texts say like unlimited. Like by default now. No, what I'm talking about now.
It's mad, but back then it was crazy. But wait there was a catch. There was always a catch. So obviously you've got to burn the £5 in it by that certain time.
Yeah.
So imagine some people basically would call certain people that they don't generally really talk to just to burn the credit. So people start to claim, you trying to burn your minutes on me and that, bro. You see when the people would keep on the phone for like 2-3 minutes and that cut you off. You left with 5 pence from you can't even make a call. Didn't qualify. Curtains.
What? So you couldn't make a 5 call?
Because basically you couldn't make a 5 call. So basically, it wouldn't even allow you to ring the call, so you wouldn't qualify for you.
So basically, you'll call someone, they'll be like, what, you trying to burn your minutes? And they'll keep you on the phone.
Yeah, and then hang up randomly. The next minute, you're left with like 5-6p. So you can't even make a call, bro. Obviously, after months after, they made like a number you can call so you can burn the rest of the minutes and that. But 3 weekends used to go off. But long story short, to not go off track, that's basically, I used to hustle like £5 every week without fail. And I'm saying, right, if man can hustle £5 every week, I must be able to start a business with other people's money.
So you mean hustle the £5?
Huh?
What you mean hustle £5 every week?
Yo, you got £1? You got 20p? Yo, you got £1?
Oh, just to pay for your...
Just send a little chewing mirror and send a little... Bro, we're just doing a little random hustle. And
so basically you're saying that your goal was to achieve £5 so you could do the free weekend.
Every week and that. Yeah. So I naturally sat there, right, if I can do that every week, and I've been doing it every week for how many weeks? I might as well do it and basically just start looking something in school. And if it doesn't go well, it's not really my money anyway. So
what made you ask your parents and nothing for money?
You know what it was? I feel like at that time, obviously I had like I still got 2 brothers and sisters, but 2 brothers, 1 sister. It was like not more focus was on them and that, but like it was just one of them ones in it. So I was a person never really just asking it. It's like, I just gotta do my own thing in it. So always just kind of had that natural like kick to say, gotta go get it somehow in it. So it was just always kind of that in me. So I never really thought to, not thought to ask, but asking's just long in it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks for that.
Okay.
When I'm thinking if I can go get it, I can go get it in like a day or 2.
Yeah.
So it's just that natural instinct and that. So so started it like that, and then literally rounded up 2 friends. Said, yo, hustle as much money you can get for this week. Boom, by the end of the week, at £20, bro, farm foods, bro, bagging up the bags, biscuits, crisps, meal deals, everything, and then just killing it, bro. I think we come back at the end of the week, probably about a good £60. I was thinking, oh. So took back out what we spent, split it, kept doing it. Got to a point where a lot of people couldn't even certain people eating the stock and that. Certain people can't sell a Ribena. It's getting all mad. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my thing. So divided everything, paid everyone out. I said, you know what? It's more profit for me, innit?
Must have paid everyone out.
So wait. What made you even get the idea to feel like, I'm gonna go farm foods and get these people to come work with man and work for man?
If I'm really totally honest with you, I can't actually even say. I can't. I think it generally was. I don't think there was nothing that I seen or anything that I said.
I think that's just a childhood instinct of, if I can make all of this, me alone, imagine what I could do with 2 other people.
I generally think it was just an ongoing thing from the 3 weekends, hustling the money, and then from doing that to get to that stage, from now making money, you've had a taste of it, innit?
All right, then.
It's like a taste of the better side of life, innit?
All right, then. So, are you going to stamp this then in Ask the Man? I use the first man to do that.
Let's think back properly.
Cause from what I can remember, you was one of the first ones to do the cookie
To
thing.
think back.
Or even South Foods.
I'm gonna say, even to think back as far as that, I know when even New Year 7 started, it was like, hey, look, ain't that the cookie man? So I'm gonna say personally, probably gonna hold a stamp somewhere to say, obviously, man, no man probably were doing their thing, but I'm just saying to put it on the map, like on the corner, holding little radios and that with the man them like on lookouts and that. Yeah, it was mad.
Swear down, it got that deep?
Yeah, it was deep, fam. I couldn't even hold the bag no more, fam. I couldn't even hold the bag. I'm just taking the order.
But you see, Osman now buying cookies. We ain't not seen this, bro. So man, even know
the
that
block was
deep.
hot, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Mr. Wiles and them, man. It was wild, bro. Listen, it was that bad. Man could be like, yo, 2 darks. I'm like, yo. Bro, it was that bad. I'm telling you, bro. Like, man had to code name the cookies and that, bro. It was crazy, fam.
Because don't you remember? I swear they used to try to cut down on people selling and stuff
bro.
at school.
Do you remember? Because they took everything. They took everything, bro. Remember, took all the cookies, all the drinks.
So teachers did a sweep.
It was mad. Obviously, I had certain teachers on. Obviously, they used to get their little stuck off me. I can't mention the teachers' names and that. But yeah, it was mad out there, bro. Like, I generally could not hold the bag no more, bro.
Because I know a couple man, I don't know if I will say man's names, but a couple man after you
Took your blueprint.
Yeah.
took your blueprint. Blood.
I left it for the man. Them. All of you remember selling golden bars? Yo, that was like crack. I'll be at the golden bar thing.
golden bars, man?
Remember you never seen the golden bars? The McVitie thing. Golden bar.
What, the little small things?
The little small golden thing.
It's like a penguin. It's penguin size.
Almost, yeah. Bro, they were like crack. Bro, I'm telling you, like, listen, you know how I used to catch people though with a deal? It sounded like a deal, but it never was a deal. 5 for a pound. Oh, 5 for a pound. Not realising I'm selling it for 20p. 5 20p's for a pound, innit? Yeah. So I'm still getting what I want. You think you're getting a bargain, innit?
Okay.
Give me 10.
I got my old little hustle story from school still. Man used to do that, but man used to do it no way though.
What did you used to do?
Man used to do the sweets thing, but 100% profit though.
Why was it 100%?
What did you used to do?
100% profit? You know what I'm saying? I trying to incriminate myself.
Oh, God.
Not joking. Nah, but obviously, yeah, man, 100% profit, innit? But obviously, man used to get the sweets and that. Couple man them. Some man probably laugh at this though, because they don't remember.
No,
man used to go shop.
man.
You know. It's man, you know.
Nah, I remember them early ones though. In the
Go to
morning, though.
school and then shop them, bro. And yeah, blood, that was my
Man said 100%.
You gotta do your thing, bro. Yo, you know, you have to remember, like, when you think back then, like, I feel money back then, though, was money, car, £20 back in the day, bro. It's a lot, bro.
But you know what, though?
£5 back
You know
then
what,
was
though?
that,
You know
bro.
what, though? You know, I'd kind of argue against that because man wasn't really hustling for nothing, though. I don't know if it was your car. Now, kids probably would want to buy designer and that.
Yeah.
Like back then, man wasn't really.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. But for then, like, you know how it was, yeah, when your mums used to give you £5 to last you like the week or the 3 days or something.
Yeah.
And that used to that used to get man breakfast
Yeah.
each day and dinners for like 2 or 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, like £5 was a lot, bro. And then you used to try save £1 or 2 just so you could go shop after or get a chicken and chips after.
Nah, I remember them ones still. I feel like back then as well, like, I feel even though, like, I was probably, like, when I deep it, I was making some good money back then, you know. I can't lie. But you see what it is? Like, I used to, like, leave school, like, at break time and after I've sold out and that. Probably go town, go shopping and that still.
Swear down?
Yeah, I was bad still. I think, you know, it was mad. Because generally, if I used to see rain in the morning, I was like, I'm not going to school today. But then I'm thinking, yo, if I don't go to school, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah,
Like that, I was thinking like that. So literally, we used to have the little slidey shutter at the back, the top of the, if it's still open, then I'm surprised. You know, but top playground used to have the little.
Yes, the fence.
Yeah, it used to look like it was fixed, but it wasn't. Used to just slip through there. Yeah, used to go in, sell out, go home, bro, or go town. obviously I used to, but that was back then. Like my man used to call you probably go Zara's, buy you look at Zara coats, you look at H&M coats. Yeah, the man.
He was a big dripper back then.
The man were matching in the certain coats and little pouches. Yeah, remember doing our thing back then still. But I feel like when I ride deep, it's like man weren't really doing it for anything. It was just, I can't even say to have money because there weren't nothing man was working towards. It was just
you just
instinct in it.
You just basically had all the latest stuff that you wanted to afford. You could afford it
basically
instead of relying on parents or siblings.
But then I feel back then at the same time, I don't think there was how the world is now.
Now it's different.
I don't think it's like, oh, I need that, we need this. It was just, if you like it, get it. Yeah. But it was never like your Gucci's, your Pradas, your it was more like okay. I said the most back then, realistically, probably a G-Star. I actually remember buying a G-Star hoodie from, I can't remember what the shop's called, you know. USC. USC. I remember buying a G-Star hoodie from USC.
In town,
bro. Boring. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And how much did that cost?
That was probably like
$150 or something.
I think it was probably on sale or something. I don't know, probably paid about £70 for it or something like that.
But even that for a hoodie back then,
that's a lot of bread. But then, as I said, like that was the most designer that you'll get into, unless you had a bigger brother that is showing you certain things,
or gave you a hand-me-down,
or give you a look hand-me-down. But other than that, we weren't really pushing for what the youth are pushing for today.
Blood, don't you remember, bro? To get a pair of Adidas Superstars, bro, you was him.
Yo, you was the kid. You was the kid.
Dude, don't you remember the Adidas Superstars?
Even Adi colours and that.
Yeah, the Adi colours, yeah, and the sole was clear. You remember them Jones?
Don't bring it back to PTs though, because it's a bad
habit. Even Paul and Sharp, blood.
Bro, the beanies.
Man, stress the beanies, you know. Oh my God, fam.
The material on the beanies, bro.
Listen.
A1,
but then, you know what? That was like the first premium hat I've probably ever seen. That wasn't Gucci price and that. Like, you know, when you see all the man wearing Paul and Shark, you're like, yo, this is cool. And then you see how much a Paul and Shark hat is. You're like,
how much are they back then?
Like 80s, bro.
And a man thought that was expensive.
Yeah. If you see them out with a Paul and Shark hat, you're thinking,
his thing's alright still.
Or the one with the stripes. The one with the stripes.
Right.
That one was cold.
But then you see the one little kid with the little come out with the little Pradas for school. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, your thing up then, isn't it?
Facts. You didn't even question my man.
You think you think up still. You think up. It's different.
Back then, you didn't even question my man, bro. We used to be like.
So now there's trainers for like $1,000 and bare different shit.
Casually.
In school, like, I wonder what these kids are thinking now, blood.
It's pepper though, bro, because even like my little cousin, bro, she just keeps talking about, you know, her friends. Like, why does she know what Giuseppe's are? Not Giuseppe's, lol. What Balenciagas? Why does she not Balenciagas are, bro? Nice. Balenciaga socks. I like the Balenciaga sock runner thing. I'm like, she's 9, bro.
It's Italian bands, bro.
She's 9, bro.
The world's changed, bro.
Changed, fam.
That's pressure on our mums and that, bro.
Yeah.
And every other parent in the world.
You know, I generally feel like the world we live in now, it's pressure for the youth. Like, no, it's like they're living an adult lifestyle, and they're not even adults.
Not even 10, bro.
Like you, why are you like thinking about big things that cost big money, but you are not making yet? You think we was? I don't remember thinking them things back in the day.
No. And it's because of exposure as well. Like, we only had what we could see around
what
us.
The next man had,
that's what I'm saying. Like the next man, but now it's the music videos, social media, whatever. Like, we can go on there and see, like, we can go on YouTube and see a vlog of a rich American family where they get splashed out on in the mall or the shopping center or whatever, as the kids, and they're thinking, yo, why can't my parents do that?
No, it's true. Even to the point when you deep it as well. Like, prime example, like, we was all from ends.
Yeah. Now
there's people from, I don't know, Kings Norton, Northfield, that back in the day, if something popped off down our area, they wouldn't know about it.
Yeah.
Unless we told them. Or unless they were there to witness it. Mm-hmm. Now you can know what happened in our ends before we even know.
Get notifications.
You get me? And you're not even there, so how does that even... It just goes to show that information has gone from 2 to 3 days to a week to a month being transferred now to a second. You know before me, and it's my block.
Instantly. Like, I find it crazy. Even just the other day, I put a setting on where my weather app notifies me. Mm-hmm. To me, that's crazy. Because it will tell me like light mist, light rain about to happen in your area in the next 5 minutes. And then look out my window 5 minutes, it starts raining, and it will say like rain about to stop in the next 5 minutes, and it will stop.
That is mad.
Crazy, bro.
Different time we're living in. Well, you're back into it. Where did you go after? Okay, the cookies thing
After
happened.
school, so yeah, after school and that, obviously left school, went literally straight into college. You know, straight into college.
College of food.
Yeah, college of food, man.
Had to have been
straight there, bro. Literally.
So why did you want to go college of food and that?
Oh, so my dad used to be a chef as well, but you know, it's like I think picking my choices through school and that, obviously, you know, when you pick your lessons and all that, I picked obviously food as well, innit? What else? Picked drama, PE, all the extra stuff and that. But I remember part of the course we went to college in school. So not in school, but basically out of school. Because some courses obviously allowed you to obviously go to the college to actually learn the actual course. So I think, I went to, because we had to go to Handsworth College. Now, we're from Aston, man. So let me just tell you that from that team. I think we went for about 2 weeks from literally. I think it was like me and like 3 other people from, obviously them times were techie. So even being from another school in a different area was like, yo, pressure. I think we lasted like a week there, bro. And I was like, you know what, nah, this ain't even worth it, bro.
So what did you do? Just change?
So we ended up literally going back to school and then we ended up picking another course. So I never ever really got to finish that first course in school, innit? Okay. So I was a bit like, cool. So then it weren't until like, it was coming to the end of the year and all the colleges are coming around in the hall and that. Thinking, right, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, I'm cooking in it. I tried it before, didn't get to fully finish it. So I was like,
did you have a passion for cooking anyway? Like, did you cook at home? Was you just doing like your local egg and beans and that?
Yeah, did your basics and that. Nothing really major and that. Like, just your standard cooking and that. Really, weren't nothing really extravagant and that. And then from when I picked it, I think it just went to a stage of where I was just I'm a hands-on learner in it. So show me something, get it, trying to explain, it's like, oh, bro, just show me in it. It's just long. I think with the course being very hands-on and boom, 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 I think it's all made sense. And then from there, it just flew. And then I think I did my level 1, level 2. Found out I was having a child. Crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy. I think like literally 17 turning 18.
I forget you have a daughter.
Yeah, bro. Big woman now, bro. 12. So
blood, I remember when she was born.
This is what I'm saying to you. So it's mad. So looking at it now, that's why I didn't continue in college to go on to the level 3 in uni and that. Cause I was thinking, man, start making money now, innit? So from making 100, no, we're gonna go into another thing as well. From making like how much I was making in school to go to freaking college, EMA, £30 a week.
You said that felt like you were going to benefit.
£30 a week. It's horrible. Obviously, it was okay back then.
You should have went to school,
bro. That's why I need to go back to school, bro.
Sell cookies.
I'm trying to sell cookies on the corner, bro. I'm telling you, this is crazy because this £30 a week's mad right now. I think it's crazy, but literally from then it was just like, you know what, safe in it. And then, obviously I had to leave. Well, not had to leave, but ended up leaving. But where I worked, ended up doing my course through them anyway. Okay. So then, all made sense. And then that was kind of my first ever job into the game, innit? And then I think the journey just kind of started from there, really. Cooking passion, and then.
So the cooking passion kind of built.
Yeah, I'd say it built. You know, it did build. Obviously, I did learn a lot of things in college. Obviously, through working in certain places. Learned a lot of things through that as well. And then, I don't know, sometimes you just have that moment thinking, you're exposed. Obviously, you're exposed to a lot of things when you're in the working world, innit? I feel like from having your first job and that, coming straight from school and stuff like that, you don't realise how to articulate yourself in the working world. You're a young man in a working world of grown people that have probably on their 4th, 5th, 6th job. I've way more experience than you, so
could be all like 30, 40, 50.
Yeah, bro. So there's a way to articulate yourself in the world and in the working world. I didn't know how to articulate myself in it. Not saying I was doing anything wrong, but
where you come from?
Oh, guys, we're going for a drink. You come for a drink? I'm like, I'm trying to go home, bro. Drink.
Yeah, no.
I don't drink, bro.
I feel like you just like said it and articulated it perfectly. I think that's what you've just said was like what man's moms or parents would say when they say like, you know, you're about to get put into the big world.
Big wide world. Bro, it was like I
used to think like, what's this big wide world you're talking about? But you've just said it like it's not like, you know, you walking in front of a million people or trying to walk through them. It's literally the same things like
basically. So all them little things.
yeah.
But lucky enough, I had a work mum in it. Still to this day and that.
Okay.
Big love to her, man. But like, she just kind of like, she clocked like certain things and
like,
rah rah.
she
So she
shouldn't
kind of
say that.
just pulled me aside and said, "Yo, just when they say it,
not to
rah,
play
rah, rah."
So you basically had like mentorship.
Basically, that
essentially.
like quickly as well, because you know, obviously the work can be very snobby and
One thing I learned was the white man laugh though.
yeah, you gotta
I had to say it, man. The white man laugh. Like,
trust me. It's one of them ones when man a bossy joke and I'm like, am I meant to laugh? 'Cause that worked for the big man.
Nah, but you see me on my thing. No matter what, what I am, bro. If you're not funny, I'm not laughing, blood. You know how I am, fam. You know how the man at work, they either hate me or love me for it, bro. Them man will be, I thought it was funny, bro. It was alright.
It was alright.
I'm like, it's alright. And I think, you know, that shack's a bit snack. that shack's a bit snobby. But you know, after a while, they'll be like, you know, I thought you was a bit stuck up, but you're alright, you know. You know them words.
nah.
But
you know, it's some environments you have to know how to maneuver though, blood. You actually have to. Because if you don't do that, they're just gonna think of you as like the black geezer.
I think that's what it is. I feel like you have to gain the experience first to then know how you wanna move. Because I feel like a lot of people, just in general life anyway, can feel like they wanna be something, know they wanna be something, but then they can't portray it. And it's probably not their real persona. You see them in work and it's like, you see them at work, you're like, huh? Two different people.
Yeah, no, fact.
So I feel you've got to gain the experience first to then know, all right, cool, I'm just gonna be myself and this is how I'm gonna be like throughout and that, you get me?
I think that's why I appreciate so many people like that I meet at like work or like work sort of environments that are actually well and truly themselves as well. You know, you can just tell straight away. There's no sort of like
hidden agendas.
you're either not like this or I just wouldn't speak to you outside of work.
Yeah. Because that's always the thing. Like, you've got work friends that I wouldn't speak to you outside of work. I speak to you just because you're here.
Yeah.
Once that hour's done, I'm gone in a bit.
No
if I see you on the
messages, no
road, it's
call.
probably not even hello. It's like, and keep it.
That's another thing though. That's the thing you have to learn though, because you're going into there and thinking, I'm antisocial. I can't chat to none of these people, but
You can't.
You have to learn
You have to learn, bro.
maneuver in them
And I
environments.
feel like that's part of growing up and just being a part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
that's facts.
there's many situations people have been through in, and a lot of people don't know how to articulate themselves in a lot of situations, work, interviews, so forth and so forth. Just even probably like bringing a new friend around new friends.
Yeah.
Like, not saying be happy, calling everyone, but just have that natural, just, you're okay. Some people can't even do that.
What's the word? Just blending in it.
Yeah, just blend. Even if you're not having a good time, just make your face say something different in it. You know what I mean?
No stank faces. Anyway, we're speaking about jobs and stuff. What was your first job?
Chefing, Salvages, top floor restaurant.
Where? Which one?
This is
Not the Italian thing.
Nah, it's the gallery restaurant.
Okay. How long was you there for?
I think I was there for about, I'm gonna say 2 years. Probably about 2 years. I'm gonna say 2 years. No, I'm lying to you. When my daughter was pregnant, was I there that long? My daughter was born. It actually felt longer than that, you know. I think I was there for like a year and a bit, you know. I generally thought it was longer than that, but thinking back logically of the time slots and that, I think it was like a year and a bit, you know.
How did you find that one?
That was all right, you know. That was all right. Like that was pressure. Like cooking wise and that, like
That's what it felt so long.
throwing into like the chef game there, because I used to even run the section downstairs as well.
Because that's a restaurant, isn't it?
Literally, bro, like that.
Service.
Check on. Yes, chef. Coming, peeling, doing some real chores, bro. Some chores. But then obviously, lucky enough, I got patterned with the section downstairs, so I used to just run the whole section downstairs. And
What age was this?
Was that 18? I think it was 18 then, you know.
Swear down.
Yeah, man, young fella, man, 18.
Was it rewarding?
It was, you know, can't lie, man. I used to get the free Krispy Kremes as well, you get me? Oh, that Krispy Kreme in the building.
Those are the days that Krispy Kreme used to go off still.
Yeah, at least you see the red light, come on. Yeah.
What did that mean again? Was it
Free donuts, man, what you mean?
Is that what it meant?
Yeah,
I remember a couple of the man them used to work there, you know, blood.
Trust me, working back in Southwich, like them times there, bro. Trust me, like man, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And the man, them were all in different sections as well.
Different sections.
Somebody used to work in office. You would work at the restaurant upstairs.
Yeah.
Then somebody would work at Krispy Kreme.
It was mad times, bro. I'm telling you.
Second job
was where did I leave from there now? I think went through agency, you know. So I was just everywhere.
What was you doing like mainly?
Restaurants, not restaurant bars, but like restaurants, like pubs, stuff like that.
So you were still doing food?
Yeah, so I was still in food and that, literally.
So you can do food through agency?
Yeah. I think it was an agency called is it called Blue Arrow?
Called catering. Would it be?
Yeah. I think the agency was Blue Arrow, you know. Someone's telling me it was called that. I think it was called that. Literally went with them for a bit. Here, there, everywhere.
So like Drayton Manors and your Alton Towers and
so like obviously like pubs and
What about like Villa and that?
jokes. I think I used to work. I think I did like one shift there back in the day, you know.
I remember
And that wasn't through them. I think literally that was just through like obviously when everybody jumped on the Villa thing. I think I did one. So I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Still, the kiosk thing.
I remember my sister used to do a few shifts in that there. She used to be like, oh yeah, when you turn like a certain age, you can go work at Villa. And I'm thinking, nah, not
Bro,
for these
the whole block worked at Villa.
Not after hearing these nasty stories about what people are doing to the chips and that.
Bro, them jobs there, literally. So yeah, agency. I think I only did one shift at Villa. What was my next jobs after that? Then I think I went to...
Where does Finos fit into this?
Finos comes after. So I went to staff canteen, Asda, in Smallleaf. That was actually a good job, you know. Cooking for the staff and that. The job was proper. Obviously, we used to get all the stuff from Asda. And then pattern for the staff and that, bro, like lunch and dinner and that, bro, and breakfast, bro.
So it wasn't just for the, did Asda have a cafe at
this
point?
Yeah. So you had like a staff cafe as well, innit? So it was just straight for the staff and that. That was actually a good job still. But then obviously I think the main chef just didn't like me too well because I think my food was a bit better, innit? So I think you got a bit
So what sort of food are you cooking?
You could generally cook anything. Like you wasn't restricted of what you can cook in it, innit? So you could probably cook, I got a spaghetti bolognese here. I've probably got like friggin' a chicken and rice there. I've probably got a lasagna right there. Like literally, you could generally cook anything in that. But then it was set things that people would like they would kind of like in it. So you'd have like the basics and then probably like throw on like 2 specials and that still. You know what I mean? So it was one of them. It was actually a good job still. But yeah, obviously the other chef didn't really like me because
too much sauce, too much flavour.
Too much flavours. And then literally when I left from there, that's when the whole Piri-Fino era started. Because trust me, Finos, bro. Oi.
You know Piri-Fino?
Yeah. That wasn't even a job, bro. That was like, I'm happy to be there, bro.
Nah, bloods. I remember going Piri-Fino. I didn't go much, but I remember like if I was around there, I'd like pop in. Or if I was with my sister, we'd pop in and it would say, like, would call your name, like, WALLA. And I'm like, yo, and I could turn around and the grill. Just because he's getting this all day, you know. Like, he's just thinking, who's this now? And I'm like, oh, say that.
Bro, Piri-Finos, bro. That there was like, I can honestly, hands down say, bar security, fam. That was probably one of the best jobs I ever had in my life. Honestly, bro. First of all, you got all the man them that work there. Mm-hmm. All the man them that work there, bro.
Shout out some man that were there.
Bro, who did we have? We had Kieran, we had Jaron, we had Coolio, man like Nick.
Coolio Kush.
Yeah, Coolio in the building, I'm telling you.
I love
Coolio was there. Who we had Sammy, we had Carino, we had Messi. Who else did we have? Oh my God, bro. The team was crazy, bro.
Piri-Fino.
But what I mean, bro, literally, bro, like man used to play house in that shop, bro. Daily. It was like a dance in that shop, bro, I'm telling you. It was mad. Like, hands down, it generally didn't feel like work.
Yeah.
So like, owners and that were cool.
Like, they were raw cool, bro. Like, it was raw to the point of where, like, at first it was a bit, and then just left us.
You want to bring
just left us to do our thing, bro. Like, literally, from like that shop was booming, bro. Like, that was raw. The first Piri-Finos ever, bro.
And it's mad because, like, that was like some influencer-ish because people would come just to see the man them and they would leave with food.
And catch a vibe.
Bro.
But that's mad because if you was to do something like that now, that would be like that would be popular on
Yeah,
TikTok or
you know,
big on
it's
Insta.
rather mad, you know, because like when I raw deep it, like the amount of funny stuff we used to do in that shop, and probably catch a little 1 and 2 on recording that. I'm thinking like to speed it up now to bring it forward to this era, bro. We would have went viral in that shop, and we would have made that shop go viral.
Yeah.
multiple times.
When I deep it, because the amount of funny stuff that we used to do in there, fam, like it was just crazy, bro.
I remember.
Crazy, fam. Like it was just mad. Like hands down, bro. Like fair play to Andy, bro. Like with all the franchises he's got now, but definitely, bro. Like,
But there's plenty more now.
yeah, I think he's got like 4 more now. You know, I think 4 or 5 more. I know he's got Sutton, Warsaw. I think there's one over like Solihull as well, and then I think there's another one being built out. I think out of Brum.
So was Andy there when you was there?
Yeah.
That was the main.
yeah.
Like he was there every shift.
Every
much.
shift, but at the first start, that's when we was picking chilies and cutting lemons and bro, like the nitty gritty, bro. Literally,
Andy, holler at my boy WALLA, man. He could bring it to the next
yeah,
level.
man, we're ready. Trust me, but now, man.
So what? You that was one of the first stores then?
First store,
The
Dudley Road.
first store?
Dudley Road, the first store, bro.
Swear down.
Literally, I think I was there for like 8 years, you know.
You man actually probably made it what it was, bro.
Yeah, like generally, like it was raw. Like majority of the people used to come when it kind of started to kick because of. I'm not saying because of us.
No.
I know certain people that used to come in and not see the man. And no, I'm not ordering today.
Yeah. Or just
then-
walk past the shop.
Yeah, because they know their thing's not going to be cooked or they're not getting it the way they want it. Not saying we was doing anything that we weren't following code, but it's just that they like their chicken cut a certain way. They like their chicken
the
cooked
extra
a
bit of love in
little
it.
certain or for a little extra sauce. Like you could go, like I don't know, you could go think of your most favorite place you could go to eat, and someone just does that particular thing to your food that they know. Just pattern my thing that way,
And they're gonna pay that same price every single time.
and you're gonna pay the same price, and then
And
you
it's
know
worth
if
it.
you go there and that person's not there, you're not gonna be happy. So you rather not go.
It's probably like a Nando's, like that person probably puts the extra peri
Basically. So yeah, it's like customers used to come in and like I've clocked them coming already. Their food's already on their thing, and about the time they finish ordering, I'm like, yeah, your food's ready. They're like, huh? I've seen you
You
from
know your regulars.
seen you from like 2 minutes ago, bro. You on about your food's ready, bro. You on about, you know what I mean? So it's them sort of things there. I think that's where the WALLA raps are created as our stuff. Man used to make some mad raps in there, you know, literally with like
Say hella concoctions.
man. I'm throwing all the peppers, pineapple, rice in your thing, bro. The loot, bro. It was crazy, man. Like, yo, I'm coming for that WALLA rap, you know. Thinking, yeah.
So what? You started your own thing?
Yeah, I
once you
started.
that is mad.
So people, right, Germany's come like, yo, can I get that WALLA rap? I'm saying, no, shit, don't. I'm like, don't bait it up, fam. Like, just get your rap and give me.
Like it's in school again.
You get it.
Like it's in school again.
I say, yo, just get your rap and just give me the nod in it. Like, don't be asking for that at the counter, fam. Like, you get man in trouble,
When
fam.
I'm not there, and
You get me? Like, baiting up the thing, fam. Like, when I'm there.
Andy, yo, the WALLA rap. Let's get that. Let's make that official. An official item. We'll make it. You know what did they do in America? You know, like in In-N-Out burgers. You got the secret menu
You know
items.
what I mean, secret menu items. That me. Give me a little 5% as well. We're good to go, bro.
Basically.
So like
man.
being there for 8 years, how do you feel like that helped you get to where you're at today? Like was that vital, would you say?
I think it was, you know. 'Cause I think like watching the growth of that and being a part of that made me realize, like, yo, seeing something go from the start to wherever it is now, it made me realize, like, not could I do something like that, but it kind of inspired me to start my first company, WALLA Nutrition, because at that time, that's when I was powerlifting. Obviously, Natch Gang back them days, they're crazy.
Have you got that tattooed on you?
I was actually gonna get it, you know.
Okay.
I probably would get it because it was a key moment in
Yes,
life.
it
Still,
was.
it definitely was a key moment in life. So obviously, I was powerlifting training, obviously with all the man them back then. So yeah, I used to do meal prep just for myself, and I was like, oh, who does yours and rah 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 rah, and then turned into something. Boom, WALLA Nutrition. Started doing meal preps. Literally, bro, like business was crazy. Business was mad. Shout out Renice as well for that one there. Yeah, did that for about, I'm gonna say about 2 years. It was good. I feel that's when fitness was at its highest though.
Yeah.
Like everyone was fitness crazy, bro. Like I think that was a good 2.5 years run.
What was happening around them times? It was like Herbalife and all of them things.
Herbalife and freaking what was the other one? V Marinale. Be a pyramid schemes are running out of road. It was wild, fam. It was wild. So fitness was at the most high. So meal prep was booming. Like meals are coming, orders are coming in like crazy, so forth and so forth. I was like, you know what? Yeah, man, this is proper. And
So
then,
how did you get your orders? And that was just like,
what's it? I think it, all through Gram, you know.
Oh, this is early Instagram.
Yeah, early Instagram days.
The blue,
Yeah.
the funny thing.
Early Gram days, some man are taking DM orders, so forth and so forth, writing up receipts and that menu. Yeah, it was crazy back then. So all DM orders really, and then drop offs or pickups and that. Kind of kept it like that. But as I said, the fluctuation.
because you was doing sounds like because people do that now.
Blood,
but you're talking about you was doing this shit like
Blood, this skis out.
early.
that was
He's
like-
an innovator, blood.
Yeah, that was like 2013 to about 2013, 2014 still.
Swear down, because people be doing that shit now.
Bro, he was an innovator.
Early days, and then literally took the time out. I was like, you know what? It's not working, but you're seeing the margins, and I'm saying, what do we do? What do we do, Carl?
What you mean seeing the margins or car? I thought food was like.
I feel like now. I thought fitness was going from here.
Yeah, it was slowing
It's
down.
drifting now. It's coming down. That highness of everyone being on fitness and meal preps, and I feel it got to a point where like I felt a bit like,
Because really, sorry, people are only ordering if they're on a gym lifestyle.
or people that generally couldn't be asked to cook, and then it got to a point of where like I almost started teaching people, saying, "Yo, I could just teach you how to do it, bro." So it kind of was more, not saying I felt like I'm just taking your money, but if a certain amount of orders are not coming through, it's like it's kind of pointless for me. It's like I'm doing it for free.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's kind of pointless. So I was like, you know, we're gonna have to just kind of just knock this one on the head. I do want to come back with certain what I don't know what it is, so we'll leave it on the back burner for now. But I was still working at the time, so it weren't even a big mad issue. I was like, you know what, cool, take a year out, look around, see what we're doing, and then Streetfood popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, see what's going on there. So that's when Dig Buff Dining was at its highest.
Yeah.
All this
Camden,
time to come down.
so forth. You get me? So like when I got kind of thrown into that, I was like, oh, bro, what's this? Dig Buff Dining Club, okay.
What you mean thrown into it though?
Not thrown into it, but like I've got like, yo, come down. I'm saying, oh, all right, see what's
Yeah, like
about.
what's this magical place where people sit down,
Sit down, eat, drink, vibe. So everyone used to speak about it, but it's only if you're in that circle.
It's a mad concept as well.
Yeah, it's only it's mad. It's only if you're generally in that circle, like people of that circle are going to that place.
Yeah.
Because it still exists now, innit? But
well,
people don't know.
It's the Hockley Social Club now, isn't it?
Yeah, people don't know about it though.
Like you've got 6-7 restaurants all in the same place, in like where there's like tables and chairs in the middle, and you can literally go here, get a chicken meal, chicken and chips. You can go get Chinese food there, and you can literally order from. You can
And I'm thinking, where the fuck is this?
As I said, it's because you have to remember Dig Buff's divided, in it. Yeah. You've got the quirkiness over there, you've got man over there, you've got that. So unless you're in certain places or you know about, you're never gonna go there. So when I went, I've gone, bro, what the hell? Like this is mad. Okay, cool. So that's what kind of got me like, oh, right, there's a different side to cooking.
And sorry, imagine being like back then. You've got like quite highly sophisticated people, let's say, just eating off of like paper plates and forks with just the maddest looking food, bro.
That's fire.
And that's like the start of it, and it like to us that's normal now, but
That's the start of like
the street food
basically.
Yeah.
So then that was just like mad. So obviously I started just traveling in a bit like London, so forth and so forth, and just
What the ideas that's going off in your head now.
just seeing bare different other places. I was thinking, raw. So I said, you know, cool. Went back, pen to paper, just jotting up concepts and that. How can I be different? What can I do? Rah. And then I think it got to that point of where I think I just created so much concepts and recipes, and I was like, you know what? I couldn't physically do it anymore. I have to put something out now, because everyone's like,
I know exactly
when's
what
it
you're
coming?
talking about. Yeah.
But when's it coming? And I'm saying, I don't know. I'm just creating it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
So what did you generated a buzz by telling people this is gonna come now?
Yeah, so I think obviously, so I generally changed over the nutrition page. So I went to what I called it at first, WALLA street food nutrition, because I still wanted to kind of keep it in that same kind of borderline. But I think over like a month or two basis, the nutrition part was throwing people off in it. So I was thinking, it doesn't really kind of make sense, innit? WALLA street food nutrition. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to scrap nutrition. Took the nutrition out and just WALLA Streetfood. I was like, oh, sounds all right. Cool. So I think the joke is actually seen the highlight a couple of weeks ago on my Snap. The first menu I threw out, and I think it was like a sample menu. So I was like, yo, I'm throwing out 10 slots. First come, first served. Boom. So I think I threw out like my wings and waffles, and then I think I threw out my dumpling burger.
Classic,
bro. Them slots went rapid. I think they probably went for like an hour. Bam. I was like, oh, cool. Did all of that. Did the food. I was like, I need feedback. I generally need like, I'm not doing this just to do it. Like I generally need feedback.
Yeah.
What worked, what doesn't work. So
sorry to cut you. What kind of timeline was this again? What, like, yeah.
This is probably going back now, 2018, 19.
Okay.
Creeping there. So yeah, so threw that out. Feedback was just like, yo, this, that with this. Oh shit, could have done better on that or add that to this. I was like, all right, cool, safe. Like, I know where now to kind of start now, innit? Like I've got a base to where I can put each meal at its required. I can't even think of the word I'm trying to look for. I can put each meal at a standard requirement. It's gonna grow. It's gonna advance.
You're just gonna
it's gonna be improved over time. But I've got everything to a standard.
So you've got the template.
Yeah, I've got the template of everything now that I want to put on, and it's at a standard level now.
So how was you coming up with the menu ideas then? Was you just like you just going around trying
different foods, YouTube, and just sometimes just
YouTube University,
taking something that looks, oh, I want to try that, and then piecing it. See, with me, I work off elements in it. It's like if I'm gonna put 3 things together, they all have to work. And I feel like a lot of people can put things together for the sake of putting them together and they don't work. Just to give you it because they want to give you it, because they probably want to, or they're probably just trying to give you more, to create the illusion to charge you more.
So you got that earth, wind and fire.
So for me, I wouldn't say I got the earth, wind, but I just think elements make sense in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everything has to accompany everything in it.
Yeah.
Like prime example, people said the dumpling sandwich. What's on it? Plantain, chicken, cheese, coleslaw. Try it. Raw.
Yeah, the sweetness, the crunch, the texture.
Thinking about how, and I'm saying elements in it. Yeah, but the sauce and you put that elements in it.
So wait, who's tasting your food to make you? Are you before you cook? Are you tasting it and thinking?
You know what's mad? Because for me, I will taste it, but then I'm like, okay. But anybody can like their own food, innit? Anyone can big up their own thing. There's no point of me trying it. I still try it, but I mean, like, there's no point me bigging up to say, yo, try that. I need you lot to try it. Because I'm not buying it. You're buying it. Everyone's going in their to their pocket with their spend their hard earned money. So I need to know that it's at the level that you fuck with it. Because it can be at any level. I can fuck with it, even if it's the shittiest or it's the best thing ever. But everyone else is going into their pocket for their money, so has to be to your level, innit?
So what? So like you'll see them chefs there where if a man says their food's dead or if their food's this and that, they're pissed. But you're saying,
I feel like
you're taking it in a way where you're thinking, yo, let me just.
How can you make it better? Like there's been times where someone says, oh, very, and I'm like, alright, safe, cool. Boom, back into the kitchen.
That's the best mindset to have, though.
Boom, throw it back in, safe. What do you think about that? Done, safe. Because getting in your feelings, what are you getting in your feelings for? You getting in your feelings is going to hinder what he just heard. You're never going to go back into the kitchen and retry it. You're going to keep throwing it out there. No one likes it. When you should have just listened to what the first person said. Tweak it straight away.
Because that's the thing with food. I'm not saying food is easy to tweak here, but if someone says, nah, that's a bit too salty, or you can actually make an instant improvement there.
Instant. I feel as well, like, with people that don't know how to take criticism on board, they take it bad, innit? To a point of where, like, oh no, fuck that, my thing's the best, but you have to remember, it's not for you, bro. It's for them. So change it, innit? Just change it. Just change it.
It's the people,
and see, because you never know. Like, you have to think of this, and like, I feel the best way to explain what I do is that I try and do things of where if I'm going to create something new, there's nothing to compare it to.
Okay.
So it's either you like it or you don't. You see, if I'm going to imitate something, I'm going to make it to the best of my ability ever. But the elements are going to be different. So yeah, burger combo. Who doesn't do it? But mine will taste completely different to everyone else's because the effort I'm going to put into that meal, that simple meal that you would think is so basic, I'm going to put 100% effort into it. So when you go around, you try everyone else's, you're like, oh, their thing was all right still. Oh, their chips were a bit dead now, but my chips need to be fire, bro. I'm making sure my chips are fire because every last chip in that box you're eating, bro. And I feel that's how you have to look at things. If you're going to imitate what's already been done, do it to the best you can do it, bro. Like, do it to the best ever.
So
ever.
you sound like you're passionate about the
man.
food thing. So how did you feel during lockdown when you were seeing loads of these people that was starting to do the food thing?
Obviously, from going back to grinding and hustling and that, when you generally deeped it, it was like, everyone dug up in the kitchen still. But at the same time, when you take into what was really happening in that moment, no money was really running like that. Remember, people are living off government money. Some people ain't even probably getting that. So you can see where the divide is, where, I need to make money. What do I do? So I generally didn't blame. I was probably going around trying most people's foods and just seeing what's going on and just giving people support. I'm saying, right about now. I remember like, through that time, bro, the amount of cake companies that were coming to, they were trying to get me fat, bro, I'll be honest. I was bigging up cake companies every week, bro. It was crazy, bro. Like, it was mad.
There's the resurgence of the friggin'
bro, I was getting
sponsor
deals of cake companies, bro, weekly, bro. I remember the first cake company that came to me, I'll never forget her, Cake Away, from, where's she from? I'm going to say Small Leaf B12. Cake Away, girl like Marnie, bro. Her cakes blew me away, bro. And I think literally from that day, like me and her built the best friendship ever, bro. Still to this day, bro.
Sit down. Over some cake.
Over some cake, bro. But the cakes are mad. And literally everyone seen me shout out her thing, bro. But I give her the maddest shout out ever. Bro, it was about 5-6 DMs after that. Yo, I got some cakes here, I got some cakes. I was saying, yeah, but I'm Marnie's level, because Marnie's going on with things. But for me personally, in that time, you had to do what you had to do.
Does she still do cakes now?
I think, yeah, she still does. Still to this day. Get like Cake Away.
I was going to say, shout that out, blood.
Yeah.
But like, why I ask that question? Because I feel like when you're passionate about what you do, you can tell it in whatever you're doing in it, whether it's like a service or a product.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, I can see by your passion that your passion comes through your food, innit?
Yeah. Don't wrong. I feel like you see people that try and imitate, but it's like I just see it as like at first when you're first in the game and you're hungry, you kind of feel a bit. You copy me, but over time, it's going back to what we see speaking about work, innit? You have to know how to articulate yourself. So me transitioning to this side of the game and rare, there's no point in me being that salty guy. I don't want to be known as the salty business. That don't like no other brand. I'd rather be your friend. It only makes sense, innit? Me working with other brands, so forth. Bro, you know best. How much time did Lemonade get big up? Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to that. Yeah, refreshing like on air freshener. Yeah, don't think I forgot that one, boy. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, through lockdown, bro.
That's coming back soon.
Listen, I'm telling you, through lockdown, bro, collabing was different, bro.
It was.
I was collabing with every brand you could probably think of. Literally. I'm saying, for me, I looked at it like, I've got a platform, bro. Fuck it. Do what we're doing, innit? Let's build. I've got followers that want to eat, that want to do things. I'm not feeding everybody every day. You can. That's a
good mindset to have.
So let's roll out, innit? Like, I can't feed everybody, bro. He can. He can't. So if you're available 2 days, I'm available 2 days, and they're available 4 days, then keep everything in one circle, innit?
That's that's a mad mindset to have. Not a lot of people think like that, because a lot of people will feel like, I don't want no one. If you're not eating my food, I don't want to eat from no one else.
Yeah, it's mad though, because people just pop me like, oh, yo, you open to them? I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, my man's open. They're like, huh? So it's my dog, innit? It's my people's. Or I've tried my man's thing, go try it. And they're thinking like, why are you doing that? And I'm saying, bro, I'm good in it. Like, I'm not open today, bro. I can't feed you in it, so go over there. But people wouldn't expect you to do that. It's not the norm, innit? That you're being recommended to somebody else.
Do you think that's a Brum mentality?
I'd say it's a human. I'd say it's more of a human mentality.
That's what I like.
I'd say it's more of a human instinct in it. Like, they're not coming to me. Nah, you ain't going nowhere. What? Can't think like that. They're gonna go there regardless. So I would rather send you there. I remember one company. I can't even say put them on the thing, but I know definitely. I definitely sent some people there through lockdown. I don't know if you ever heard Piri-Finos.
Oh yeah,
bro. And I'm talking when it was at the unit.
Yeah.
Bro,
sorry, they got a restaurant now.
They've got the dark kitchen down down Newtown ways now.
Okay.
I know what you're talking
By
about.
the JD gym. Yeah. So imagine, boom, they've hit me up on the gram and that. So it's like, oh, yo, chopping up in the gram, and it's like, yo, come down and that. So I think one day, after I finished service at the cafe, I said, yeah, I'm gonna come down and check here. So I dropped the stock there, boom, flew up there and that. I'm in there, just chilling, just chopping it up with them, chatting and that. How you been and that? Like, are you getting through lockdown? I'm saying, it's been all right, bro. It is what it is. Boom, tried their food. I was like, this food's crazy, bro.
Pacino's is
That's
like
like,
the
these burgers, bro. This beef thing's mad.
You ain't never told me about that.
So,
I told you about Pacino's, bro.
so imagine I'm there like, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm, yo, Pacino's, no. Rah. Cool, I'm finishing my food, posted that. I'm chilling in the car, just eating my food. Boom, jumped out of the car, throw the rubbish. I've seen a car pull up. Yo, walk home, what you telling me? Oh, I'm only here because of your thing, you know. I'm like, huh? Yeah, you posted that. I said, oh, I didn't realize you said that. I even looked back at the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, where's that? Remember, lockdown. You ain't really getting no food right now, so everyone's like, where's that? I'm saying, so far, bro, I've seen like 4 or 5 cars pull up, bro. I'm saying, all right, safe, cool. Boom, left, come back the next day, like, yo, what have you done? I'm like, what you on about? I'm like, I just posted the thing, like, yo, you know how much customers came? I said, raw. And just from having that energy there, made me realize, like, you know what? It makes sense. Like, don't be tight with the support or the ego or trying to be in the first place. Like, bro, there's enough bread for everybody.
Man are stronger in numbers, and
everybody needs to eat, fam. Trust me.
Facts. Because we was talking about the Brum mindset and how like we're not together in
A unit.
Yeah.
It's mad, you know, because it shouldn't even be like that. But I feel it's become so much of a competition now. I feel everyone's trying to be number one in it. Everyone's trying to be first place. Everyone's in a competition. I'm saying, like, why? Where is this competition? Where has this fight come from? Like, I don't understand, because it's mad. Because the reason why I said I would work with other people, because I like to break the ice in it. Because if people can see me and you working together, they're like, oh, they actually do know each other. Now they're not gonna feel no way to go and support your team blatantly. They're not gonna feel no way to come and support my team blatantly, because to the public eye, we're cool. But if you're not kind of cool, it's always going to be done in secret. Oh, I can go get a Wallace, but I can't post it because I don't want Shaq to see it. And same vice versa. And it's like, just support out loud, innit, bro? If you like the food, if you like the music, if you like the podcast, say you like it, bro.
That's the thing with Brum, innit? It's like there's too many sectors, innit?
Yeah,
There's
man.
sectors. It's like you can't if you're not cool with that person, you can't be cool with that person.
No, you know what?
Or in public, innit?
No, best question I got to ask you: Have you ever felt? You probably haven't gone ahead with it, but have you ever felt like, okay, your friend's got a clothing line or something, and because that's your dog, but you like that brand over there, but you know he will have a problem if he see you wearing that brand. You've kind of not wore that brand. I've been in them situations.
I could talk. It might be in a different scenario, but I'm not.
Maybe not clothing, but it's some form of sector. And basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. You feel obligated because you're taking that person's feelings into consideration.
100%. Yeah.
You don't wanna.
Yes.
You see it, you're like, oh, it looks good. You know, it looks good, but you see, but I'm like, and you think, I'm gonna do it on D-Lo anyway. Fuck it. You know what I mean? See, you know what I mean? See,
what's the word, man? What's the word? Like, not relationship. What's loyalty in it?
Yeah. So it's classed as loyalty, but at the same time, it's like it's not, because it's like you can bring out a whole collection of whatever you want to bring out, food, music, whatever, whatnot, but it's probably just not to my... You're my friend. You're still my friend. But it's probably just not to my liking at that time.
And you can still support both.
And I can still support both. But some man see it as, oh, you're supporting them. Oh, you shouted out them man's thing. And bro, I'm allowed to like what I like, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not telling you can't go and eat from them and them and them. You're going to eat my food every day. No, you're not, bro.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you are allowed to do what you want to do, bro. Like, you're not my guardian, bro. Like, I'm not your guardian. Like, be free, innit? But some people feel away.
Yeah.
Or you bring something like, it's all right still. Bro, just say it's sick because you know it's sick, bro. Don't put your little ego on because you do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, try and downplay.
Where do you think that comes from, though? Crabs in the barrel.
I'll probably say it's just general instinct. Like, it's probably just basic human instinct in it. Like, you're probably not. It's not like you're mad. Okay, no, I can say no. For example, you ever been in a situation of where you've seen something and you're like, yo, that looks alright, you know, and then you find out who runs it. And you're like, oh, I don't even like my man. Now I can say it because we've all done it. But what I'm saying is that you don't even know my man. You don't even know the brother. You don't even know the gal. But I don't even know about her. Why is that? We've all done it, but why is that?
Hard or whatever, innit?
But then you know what's mad? It's happened to me so many times now to why I've stopped doing it, because I would generally meet the person in like the weirdest way, and I'm like, you know what's mad? I didn't even like you at first, you know.
They're like, why? Like,
And they're like, why? And they're like, I don't even know, fam. And then next minute, me and you are the best of friends. So it's made me realize, like, you know what? You can't do that. Like, but a lot of people still do it. And I feel like that's something, not like, oh, why I wear the mask or anything like that. But for me, it's just that I don't want it to be about me. It's about the food, innit? Yeah, I'm the voice, I'm the hype, I'm the... but when you think about WALLA street food, you don't think, oh, WALLA, you think food.
Unless you know who you are.
Unless you know who I am.
Yeah.
But then it's weird because, like, you're being boring over there, just chilling, and man, like, yo, dangerous, suspicious. And I'm like, nah, you like killing it.
So using the catchphrase.
Bro, man, I say, yo, man, like, yo, say it, bro, say it. I'm saying, bro, nah, stop, you killing me. Like, it like, that's weird, but then it shows you how tapped in people are. So when it goes back to when people are saying they don't watch and support, nigga, they be watching. They be watching. They be watching.
And this is what I'm going to ask as well, like, the whole social media thing, like, how's it boosted your thing in general?
Because you sound like you already had that, like, marketing sort of sales mindset in it.
You're an influencer.
I feel like naturally, man, I've always had that buzz anyway, even before anything. So for me, I think that's why it's more of a reason for me to kind of just sit back and just let the food do what it needs to do. Okay, with a little added extra ad-lib and little word in here and there, but I don't want to be the face. I like to just be normal at times. Obviously,
sorry, you know what kills me about your videos? When you put the captions, you know how the words.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen his videos? Yeah, I didn't even know this was a feature until this geezer put it on. So like, he's like, when he records a video live, he adds the
word into it.
So it's like, when I was talking, yo, this chicken's fire like one pit of lava, and the words are just appearing as he's saying it, but it looks so funny.
You know what's mad? The mad people that didn't know that feature existed, and everyone's like, yo, how'd you do that with that? I'm saying, bro, it's in the fucking settings, bro. Like, they're like, bro, I didn't even know that.
And because of how you word things as well, bro.
It gets it spot on in it.
It gets it spot on, but because of the way he words things, to see it actually appear, because obviously it looks like captions and that doesn't look professional. But to see it the way he's doing it, bro, to come up the way he's saying it and that, bro, and like he takes the breath, there's a pause, it says dot, and then he says the line. It looks incredible, bro.
Nah, I feel like there's gotta be character to what you're doing, innit? Like, I feel like you can just record a plate of food. Then you can record a plate of food with music. So adding that little character and that little gimmick behind, I wouldn't say gimmick, just that entertainment.
Personality.
Yeah, the personality, that entertainment behind it's like you don't know what's going to be said next to it. So it's like, rah, man, it's funny still. And then not realizing people are generally taking in what man is saying.
Because if you didn't hype up certain foods that you've shouted out or certain brands that you shouted out, it probably wouldn't even have had that effect.
Nah. Because anybody can do a shout out in it. And I find it mad now how most influencers are living off shout outs. But then when I'm looking at how you're doing a shout out from, there's no effort, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't make me want to buy anything.
There's no like, it's like, yeah, big up your mum singing. Yeah, big up my mum singing.
Or it's a picture.
Or it's just a picture. And I'm like, bro, you've just been paid 5 bills for that, you know, fam. Like, I don't feel like I want to go tap that company. So, how do they feel? You've just been mobbed.
Yeah, nah,
The one man I can say who was bossing up, who kind of give me that little kick to up my, was World Boss.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let World Boss give you a shout out.
Yeah, it's
bro,
nice though, yeah.
It was worth the 5 bills.
Yeah.
I can't remember the whole little phrase, paragraph that used to come with first. Something about one voice or the done voice or something. But bro, that man make you want to tap that.
Yeah.
Yo, who's that company? Because the energy was different, bro. Like he made you, like he almost made you believe, like
you're missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, come get your discounts. Come get your discount. Forget them shout outs, $250 today. I was thinking, bro, do I need a shout out? But you see the energy I'm talking about, where you've got like someone like not to pick him out, but bouncer. You do shout outs, you've made it very clear, but when I'm watching your things, I'm like,
people.
It's like, and you're probably not even saying that half of the time when I'm saying. It's not engaging enough for me. Like, it needs to catch me to think, wow, what's that? Well, I feel everyone's mind works different, innit? So, some people think, oh yeah, Bouncer shouted out my thing, but bro, did he really?
Yeah. His thing's probably more suitable for the people that are gonna just regularly watch his stories.
Yeah.
And that kind of dragging like new consumers or
And that's
customers.
what it is, isn't it? So the world, as I said, the world works in many different ways. There's many different minds. Everyone thinks a different way. Everyone does things a different way. So I feel it just depends what people are just tapped into in it. But
so you know, with this knowledge there, how do you translate that into your own branding and your own business then?
I think I don't know. I just try and just keep it as original as possible in it without trying to overcomplicate it in it. I feel like my business model now is I try focus more on the branding. So anywhere possible, like the amount of times this jacket's been noticed, it's mad. But then for me, it shows me that it's working, innit?
What, has this got your branding on it?
Yeah, so it's got the frigging patch label on the back, innit?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just heavily about branding, like even to like where we're posting a video, the frigging the watermarks on the post.
Yeah.
So it's just it's almost like
It's always
seeing it so many times, it just embeds in your head, in it. Like,
I've never seen anyone brand things as much as you.
If you get what I mean.
And to me, it's not that it's not normal, but to like, because you are like a chef, a cook, and like, not obviously you can say whatever you are, entrepreneur. But I mean, like, as in that field, I've seen he had like a you know, like a spinning 3D thing of his logo, like his logo.
The rotating sign and that.
He's got that in his bedroom. He's got bare lights with his like. I've never seen that, bro.
But that's the thing, bro. If you don't have that sort of belief and passion for your brand, how you expect other people? Like you like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
It's true now. It's true.
you can't translate any other way, bro.
I feel like, bro, into the point, like the tattooed on my leg, bro. Like I've got the nutrition on here. Oh shit! I think I forgot to mention the clothing line. Jesus, we're not even gonna get into that. 'Cause that's a different story.
Yeah.
But bro, WALLA nutrition there, WALLA gang clothing there, WALLA street through the top of the chest, bro. Like for me, it's like that's how much I believe in my thing, in it. Like if no one else is gonna believe in me, I believe in myself.
You got it tattooed, bro.
So it don't even matter, bro. Like I know when I reach that point, I've only got myself to pat on the back, in it. Like it's not like, oh fuck you, like, you don't support my thing. Cool, innit? There's someone out there that will. And I feel like you've got to have that mindset. I feel like you're not, what's the word? You're not basically, no one's meant to be given anything, in it. We're not owed anything.
Yeah.
But a lot of people generally think they're owed, in it. And it's more of a point of where I start a brand, I start this and I start that. Think people are going to support you? They're not. And I was saying this the other day to someone, I feel like at the same time, a lot of people congratulate people for the wrong things. But boom, you got a new job. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. But you can lose that job. You can get paid out of that job. Got a mortgage. Why am I congratulating to pay bills? Like, it's mad. I feel like we're congratulated to starting a business. I'm not saying you shouldn't congratulate, but you should, because that takes a lot.
Yeah.
To even get up and say, yo, boom, and put two pieces of things to even get us to even start.
So you're basically saying you feel like people
that go outside of the box.
Nah, I was gonna say, like, people are being congratulated for doing the things that we're supposedly supposed to do in life. Get a job, the mortgage, get a house, a car.
The norm, basics. Because when you think in school, that's what you taught. Go to school, get a good job, get a good house, get a good car.
Mortgage, dead, yeah.
What else are you taught of in school other than that? Because that's all I remember. Because
realistically, not realistically, but a lot of people will work for a company or another person in this for their whole entire lifetime, which is considered a norm. It is so for you to actually start the business that you're gonna hire people for, or if you're gonna work completely by yourself, like, that is like a massive achievement, isn't it?
It's only a selective people that are always gonna see it as, like, yeah, you're doing your thing. It's the people that, because it's like you're coming out the lines or you're doing your thing, so it's like only people that respect that and rate that are gonna be like, yeah.
I feel
Congrats.
as well. Remember, people, whatever you show on social media, people only see the good parts, the highlights,
100%.
the best moments.
100%.
People don't see the sleepless nights. People don't see when man I got a booking in the morning, man I slept on the kitchen floor because I can't be late for that booking, bro. Now you're thinking you slept on the kitchen floor, bro. It was either that or I'm late. Because I know I'm not going home. So if I go home and I get comfortable, I ain't waking up.
Because man's got a bed, a fully working.
Man definitely have the bed.
Man's got a fully
but we've got to just pattern up the little pillow and just sleep on the chair. Because, bro, man have to be up early, bro. Man have to be on the grind. Man don't see the real nitty. And that goes for anybody's thing, bro.
Facts.
Music, making shoes, anything, bro. That a lot of people, nobody sees the grind. Nobody sees the full grind that you put into these things,
except yourself,
behind the scene, to make these things other than yourself. So when it gets to that point, you're like, rah, no one appreciating my thing. And it's like, it's not that they don't, they will never understand what you go through because it's not their world. So you can't, I've learned to not be disheartened by people not understanding.
Or bitter,
because it's not their world.
Yeah, I've been a bit of man still.
Don't we all have? Don't we all have? But I feel like
I'm a bit still a bit.
I feel there just has to become that point where you realize and you wake up and like, you know what? Me being bitter ain't gonna benefit this situation.
No, facts.
I've just got to be open minded and just sometimes you have to think like a customer. Because if you're just thinking like the business 24/7. It's never. I'm not saying it's never gonna work, but how can you sell a business to a business?
It's true. It's true.
It doesn't make sense.
It's true.
You can't sell a business to a business. You got to sell a business to a customer.
It's true.
It's a service, isn't it? So a lot of people are always thinking from the business point of view. Think from a customer's point of view. What did they actually want? What do they need? What do they require?
That's true.
And then it might make sense.
I think my thing was, I feel like at one point, when I used to think, people don't support, man, I just thought to myself one day, like, fuck that, I'm just going to become sick at marketing. That was just a shift in my head because it used to just get me mad. And I said, you know what? Like, if I could become sick at marketing, like, I don't need no one to support me.
Yeah.
I can get man over there to support me.
I was going to say that probably leads to my next thing. It's mad because, when people feel like they don't need support, I don't need nobody. Bro, we all do. But I feel like it's mad because I feel people get into the game or whatever field they're in and then reach that peak, bam, and forget they need people. But bro, without them people, you wouldn't be there. So you have to really weigh you up now and you have to come bring yourself back down and say, you know what? Take them people away. I wouldn't be there and I won't remain there. So you can't forget people because without them, you wouldn't have money in your pocket. You wouldn't be known on social media. boom, 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 boom. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Because make them boycott you tomorrow. You're not up there, bro. You're back down with what's in it? Like, what going? You good? You have a nice time up there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're back now, innit? You good? How you been?
Yeah.
You gotta remember, as good as you are, as great as you are, without the supporters, bro, and the people that are going in their pocket, the people that are clicking like, the people that are clicking subscribe, share, without them, all of it's pointless.
Yeah, no,
Every last bit of it's pointless.
Facts.
Like, it's just straight ABC on that. Don't need no degree, no college. You don't need school. You don't need nothing to understand that. That's just very straight to the point, innit? But people forget it. Don't ever forget it. Always remember it. Even when you're at your best moment, when you're flying, when you think life's good and nothing can touch you, just have that moment and say, rah. Fucking hell, yeah. Without them. Because it happens, bro. I feel
true, you know.
everyone can reach that good point, bro. Man, I've reached that good point.
That's true.
Up. And then something can go wrong, and then shit rocks you. Wake up time.
Yeah.
Too comfortable?
Don't get too comfortable. Future.
Don't get too comfortable, bro. Trust me, bro. The ship can shake at any time, bro. It can be a very rocky storm at times, I'm telling you.
No, facts.
P's and Q's and beyond them toes.
No, facts. Because that's like, let's say with Osman now, if our team just blows up, or when our team or whatever happens one day, and it's like Osman forgetting these moments here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, nah, man's what, 10,000 views, nah, fuck that, yeah, nah.
And I feel, you know, this is what I feel like. You see, like, because people can blow up overnight, but I feel like you've got to have enough in your locker. People blow up without nothing in their locker, bro. Locker empty, locker empty, dread. So, boom, production company saying, "Yo, so what we doing next?" And you're like, I don't even plan that far, bro.
But this is why man say, like, this is why we're just doing it. We've got all these older episodes. It might not be as great as the newer ones, because obviously we're learning about angles, content, whatever. Like, but we're always gonna keep those live for reference. Like, we're using this as a journal in it. So everything that's happened previously, we're just gonna use it as like, what's the word?
Documenting.
Yeah, we're gonna document and we're gonna use it as the blueprint of what's to come, kind of thing. So
you know what's mad? I always thought about this question you ask. What do you think about last place? Now, to what you've just said to me has made me just realise to what we was even speaking about before, being in competition with people. Now, you see, if you're only in competition with yourself, you see, you being in last place, every day you wake up now is only going to better you because you've seen what you done yesterday.
You didn't even let him ask the question.
Sorry, now, but it just came to me.
Just a video, just a video.
Voila. We just for the trailer. I'm gonna have to look like it never happened. Okay. What does last place for you to you, Walla?
Okay, so to even like break it down on a very simple scale, like what does last place mean? Like what you've just said just before, it's like watching your old content and trying to better yourself and if you're only in competition with yourself, you could only be basically you in competition with yourself. That means you're always putting yourself in last place because you're trying to do better than you did the day before. So if you generally wake up every day in last place, you can generally only do better than what you did yesterday. And again, and again, and again, and again. Now,
that's the mad progress.
Now, one thing I can say, what I had to learn the hard way, don't follow nobody. Because you don't know what place they're in. You don't know what place. Now, honestly, you generally do not know what place they're in. Now, I can honestly say I've had man trying to imitate me. I'm saying, bro, leave it alone. Because I'm 4 or 5 steps ahead. So even when you think you're there, I'm going to drop the gem on you. You walk out. You hit me with some bars right now. It's mad because it's like, because even when you think you're that close, bro, you're not. Because when I drop the gem now, you're like, huh? Where did that come from? You're shocked because you're thinking, raw, when did that come? That was made 4 months ago, bro, but it's okay. But it's all right.
Mr. Chestnut Checkers.
You know what I mean? But it's okay because you thought we was playing the short game, definitely playing the long game. So I'm just going to throw that gem out for you just to make you realise, make you wake up and say, you know what? I'm just going to take that road over there because there's no point you trying to keep up with me. So you've got to have that same mentality for everybody else. You're following that man. He's going to drop the gem on you. And he's going to make you wake up and say, raw. Reevaluation time. And you don't want that. Because that will make you reevaluate your whole structure. And your structure was probably good. But because you're trying to keep up with him, he's going to make you get that close. Yeah? Keep coming. 40 seconds to go. But you got the kick to the neck. I'm now the world champion. You don't want that. You don't need it in your life. So trust me, just sometimes stay in your section, innit? Stay in your section, stay in your lane, and be your own competition.
And what you said about the short-term thing, bro. Last place, bro. The last place, bro, ain't even position talk. Like that's a predominant thing we talk about. But the last in last place means to last. The verb, to be here for a long time, bro. We don't play short-term games, bro. That's what I'm saying. No matter how long it's gonna take us to hit this 1 million views, whether it's a year, 2 years, 5 years, bro. We've discussed it. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be here, blood. We're here, bro.
Bro, sometimes, you see what it is? Sometimes with good content or good things, you never know at what time it's meant to blow or it's meant to, the right person's meant to, you never know. And there's been so many things that I've done that was before its time and then been brought back 2 years later. And it's like, bro, that's doing better than it was then. Just wasn't ready for it. And I feel generally, I've always been ahead of myself. From the clothing, for the nutrient, just anything. I feel anything I've said, bro. I've generally put my name on or put my finger on. It's like I've always been ahead, but then it's a good thing because now you're just creating that catalog. So sometimes when you're thinking, "Rah, do I need to create something?" You're like, "No, we're going to the catalog, fam."
Oh, you're spitting right now. You're spitting.
Pick something.
You're spitting,
bro. I brought back the dumpling, the dumpling sandwich challenge, and we did that 2 years ago, bro. Didn't get the reaction I needed. Well, I said, this time we're getting a reaction, Got a little budget in the kitty. Yo, cameraman, come do your thing. Turn that around, bro. Made that into a whole public challenge, bro. Like, there's a whole fun there. And that's the kind of what I wanted to perceive. It's like, don't feel intimidated to come down and chill with us and vibe with us because, it's a vibe. So when people see the video, they're like, bro, that's what's going on over there. Yeah. Like, so sometimes you just have... not even the wrong vision, but sometimes you just have the wrong execution in it. Sometimes the first touch was never the best touch. Sometimes you just got to take that touch again in it, and then just put it back out there. And I feel like putting that, that's one thing I can just think off the top of my head is like putting that back out into the universe was like it got a whole nother different reaction. So how many times can you do that with things that you've done before? Like I think I seen what's his name? Is it Tyler the Creator? I think I seen a post of him one time. He was saying basically like, why do people not repost their old music? He goes, bro, I'm still pumping my old album from 2 years ago. When people just forget about stuff that they've done and content that they've done, and you never know which one it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be one of them. So don't sleep on stuff you've already done, innit? And I feel like because the world moves at such a fast pace, that's what we're kind of being taught to do. Didn't work. Didn't work. Next,
a flop.
So you waste so much time trying to create something new. When, bro, look back, bro. Sometimes, not saying go back, because I'm just saying sometimes just stop and look back and say, right, look in the rear view, bro.
You know what's mad? At that moment when you look back, you might realize, I'm not expert at this shit.
Yeah.
Like all that shit that I tried, I look back and like, wait there, I'm an expert now.
Because you know what it is? One thing that always got me is like, I always generally sat there and thought, man, I ain't even getting to this goal, bro. Man, I ain't even getting there. Sometimes you just stop and look and I'm thinking, but I've achieved this small goal. And it's getting to the big goal, but because you're so focused on that up there, you didn't realize you've created all of this. You didn't realise you've done all of this, you've built that there, that's over there, that's over there. But it's raw, mad though. And it's like, you're just so fixated at that top point, thinking, I need to get there, bro. But all of that's around it, bro. And you've hit sectors that you wouldn't even have thought of. You've hit clientele, you've interacted that you wouldn't have interacted because as you're focused on that, you're still gemming all over the place, bro. It's mad. I feel sometimes people don't do that.
Facts.
They get so worked up that they haven't hit that milestone. Bro, look at the little gems, bro. Sometimes the little gems can make more, I'm telling you.
Facts.
1,000%. But
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
You know what I mean? I'm not a man that reads books, you know, but I just live life, bro.
The amount of gems you just put into that, I don't even know what that was, bro. You could have effed around and gave me carpal tunnel, bro.
Nah, fact. Okay, how I want to ask you a question then. So how important do you feel like mindset is then on your journey and just like running your own business or just life in general?
I feel mindset definitely the most important thing. I feel going through so much things, I feel like now I've come to a point of sometimes being by yourself is the best, you know. Because I feel like not everybody has your best interest.
Yeah.
People can see you do certain things. People can see you collab with certain people, talk to certain people, around certain people, and think you've made it further than you've made it. And I'm a person, I'm never going to lie. Like, no, I'm okay. I ain't made it yet, though. But from what you're doing, it can perceive that way. So if you don't have a good mind state to notice what's going on around you, who shouldn't be around you, who should be around you, you can easily lose your blessing. Easily, because I feel like sometimes there's a gap window of where you need to do something or you need to execute something, and you have to remember that window does close. Every day it closes. And I can't explain when you just know when it happens to you. But every day it's closing. And it's like you need to do what you need to do to execute in that window, because once that window closes, it doesn't get the same reaction. So to go back to mind state, I feel like you have to have a very clear mind state of everything, bro. Like family, friends, how you spending, how you living, where you be, and just you gotta be strong, bro. You have to be, because having the wrong people around you can hinder you from being somewhere at the right place at the right time. Oh, I want to go there. I'm not really on it, you know. Oh, fuck it, I'm just going to chill with you. You just missed out on the bag, bro. And I don't mean money bag. I mean, a director was there that you could have literally had a 5-second conversation with. But you want you with home dog. Simple stuff like that. Or home girl. And it's been like that when I've been in situations like that where I was gonna sit down and just chill with him, you know, and I've actually got up and went and I met my man, or I had a convo with that person, and I'm thinking, just look at that. If I generally would have just stayed there 10 minutes too late. Yeah. So sometimes if you want to do something, go and do it. Don't look for the approval of everybody else.
Your brethren's always going to be there.
Brethren's always going to be there. And if they can't see what you're trying to do to better yourself, then it's not really your brethren, is it? Rather not really your brethren, or it's not really your family. Because I feel people only use the word family when they need something, when they want something. So it goes for everybody. I feel like family, friends, family. Well, I've probably got more friends that mean more family to me than family. So it's all, you know what I mean? It's all in one little bowl, innit, for me. But mind state, bro, is important, bro. I feel like that sets a lot of people against the rest. Because a lot of people with good ideas but don't believe in themselves. Good ideas, bro, but they haven't got the drive that he's got, but then he hasn't got the ideas that you've got. So now we're at a crossroads, innit? So you see, if you've got both, you should not be missing about. You should not be playing games. Yeah. Because you can wake up and motivate yourself. You don't need no one else to gas up your thing. You don't need no one else to drive. You don't need no one else. Yo, wake up, fam. You don't need it. You can go get it. And then, you know, at the end of that road, it gets to that point of where you don't hear, yo, but I helped you. No, you didn't. You was there. Extra little hand, but you didn't help me get there, bro. Because even if you did put little 1 and 2 in place, I still had to go get it. I still had to wake up and go get it. I still had to go there and have the conversation. You participated, but don't mix up participation for helping. Because I still helped myself, and I feel like that's where you kind of got to be very mindful and careful of who you let around you and who you let help you in certain things, because people generally do things to gain, to one day. Well, if it wasn't for me, how many times have you probably heard that in your life?
A few, to be honest.
So it makes you really sit there and wonder, why did you help me? Or why did you give me the handout? Or why did you offer to do this when you was only going to do that? So me, I've got to a point, I stopped accepting it. I'm all right. I'd rather go do it myself. Because I know once I reach that position, I'm not going to hear it from nobody. It's a very, what can I say? It's a very, I wouldn't say painful, it's a very strong-minded trait to have. It can be very hindering at times, but to know you're not going to hear that if it wasn't for the silence is always better for me, bro.
Makes it worth it.
The silence is always better, bro, and it generally does make it worth it because it makes you realize that, yo, what you can do. For real. So, mind state.
Because you could have gave up ages ago.
Bro, I could have. There's been times where I wanted to. There has been times where I'm saying, bro, I'm going back to work, bro. This is dead. But it makes me just realize, like, I look back and I'm saying, nah, I can't stand up there for a little £10, a little piece of something again. I can't be in that environment of, yo, go do that. You're late. Where I can't. Don't get me wrong. Fair play to you.
You have to do what you have to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But for me, because I've been exposed to the better side, I can't go back. I generally can't go back.
And how many years have you been in the game now, working for yourself?
With this company now, 4 years, but overall, I don't know, probably about a good
10 plus.
Yeah, it's probably about a good 10, really, when you weigh up the friggin' nutrition and the clothing and that. So I've always had a taste for it, really, innit?
But that's 10 years plus of like keeping at it and not giving up, innit?
It's raw entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
That's what it is. And I feel like it's mad though, because I feel like
you had a youth as well. And a lot of people would use that as an excuse.
it's true. And I feel like that it's why I get to a point of where when you're deep and it's like, you know what? Yeah, but man have been in the game that long, man haven't made it. But you know what it is? There's no set time of when you're meant to make it. You make it when you make it, bro. Like, trust me, bro. There's man that are probably 40, 45 and just made it, fam. Like, but it's the steps you're making. Every day is a step in it. So it's like, I feel, and as I said, I feel like it's with this day and age now, everyone's been made to make, you need to make it by 21. You need to make it by 25. If you're not doing this by 30,
yeah. Facts, blood, facts.
Why?
Facts,
like,
facts,
there's no rush, you know?
Facts.
There's no rush, but I feel like the society we live in now is like, everyone is rushing. So with everybody rushing, I'm just picking up the crumbs. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys.
That real last place.
I'm like, thanks, guys. Oh, you left this, you know? Oh, thanks, guys. You're leaving it all behind for me to pick up. I'm like, safe in it, because you're trying to get there, but I'm just down here like, I'm just being.
But this is what I'm trying to say. The last place thing, bro. You're in the back. You just seen how the man that got to the front elevated, and you're just gonna not take the blueprint, but you're just gonna see what he's done, and you're gonna figure out how to make it better,
basically.
Because that person already at the top's content.
He's content.
Content. He's thinking, I'm already here.
But you see what it is? He's content, but his structure ain't built properly. You're trying to build yassa. But we've built here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we've built there. Oh, we've got many more other than the one in it. And I feel you've got to. It's like you've got to hit multiple categories in it. And I feel like that's when it goes back to branding and marketing and that. I'm trying to be in every category. You hear me on radio. You see me on an advert. You see me at this event. You see me at that event. You see me. It's like, right, bro, are you not anywhere, bro? Like, how are you everywhere? How is something to do with your brand somewhere everywhere? Gotta be, bro. You've gotta be, because not everybody does everything that everyone else does. Not everyone watches a podcast. Not everyone has social media. So you can't just think what you do and what people around you do in it, because not everyone has a smartphone. So you've got to tap into certain other things to be everywhere in it. Not everyone has Instagram. Some people have friggin' Facebook, and you know what I mean? Some people still read a paper. You just have to look at the world differently from everyone's perspective. And I feel like if you can tap in and be in multiple places, bro. Trust me, like your worth or your branding does generally grow. Because not normal people that probably wouldn't see one on a normal day-to-day basis do generally see, So yeah, mind state, 1000% is very, 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 very important, bro. So it gets you up in the morning, man.
I feel like I'm in a class right now. Blood, I've been here. Educated, blood.
I know this is gonna look brazen on camera, but just watching WALLA, just smiling, just grinning,
Taking it free game, blood.
Nah, man.
Blood. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that, blood.
bro. That's that's some real, the Steve Harvey things.
You know what's mad is I think it's because of like when people reach a certain point in their career or their whatever you want to call it, and like they start just talking, it's like, oh, why have you chat shit, man? But being now in this position, you realise it's raw, generally not shit.
Facts.
Because it's only until you reach some form of position like this, you realise like, raw, what he actually saying was actually true. Because you feel what he's saying now.
Or man's going through what he's saying.
Man, going through it. So you're like, it's raw. But people that are probably not. But then to someone else, what I'm saying right now, probably give them the best motivation ever, bro, and they probably start something tomorrow. So
can tell you already, bro. You've changed my morning, blood.
I feel like you just gotta just be open minded, man. Just go get what you need to get, man. Cause I feel like it's not promised, is it? Nothing's promised. Do what you need to do, baby. As I would say, know the vibes, man.
Facts,
bro.
Oh God.
Facts. So I don't know where to go from there. But
I was about to say the same thing, blood.
So okay, cool. So like when you see like just like the Morley's franchise, like the Trap Kitchen and stuff like that. Like where do you feel like Birmingham plays in that sort of space? In terms of like branching out and like taking our brands
to other cities.
Yeah, to other cities.
You know what? Thinking of it now, speaking on a good level like that, I don't think. Have we really?
I was thinking about it.
Have we really? I feel like as well. I feel like we should. We definitely should.
Because we can.
But who's gonna do it? Is the question.
Who's the first person?
Who's the first person to do it? You know what I mean? Who is the first person to do it? Like I don't solely just want to be based in Brum, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then, as I said, looking at concepts like that, it's not that bad. It's just that you're now playing the Brum game. So I think someone should be able to branch out on a level of where, fuck it, I'm going to this city, I'm going to go to that city. But for me, I didn't ever really want to be tied down to a shop. It's just not really my forte. Like, I feel my mind's just too creative and too all over the place and too like just on so many things to sit down in a shop and just say, oh, this is me.
Man was literally just about to ask you, like, would you open up your own store and that as well?
Maybe, but not right now.
Not right now.
I need to. There's other things I want to achieve first before even that. So maybe once they're achieved, I can say, all right, cool. Have it there for the sake of being there. Meaning, oh, you're not open today? We're open. For the people that can't catch us on a normal, general day to day and that. But to just sit there like what other people do, I couldn't do that.
That's like that's a modern day business model.
Yeah,
like a food business
man.
though, isn't it?
7 days a week and that, bro. Smelling like food. Nah, man, I'm good,
Smelling like food.
I'm alright, bro.
That's mad though, because you've got no like fixed overheads in it, if you're saying it like that.
Nah. But it's better at the same time because I feel like you get to network, innit? Like me sitting there slaving away in the kitchen, meaning I can't be at that event networking with certain people and that. When they're not coming to my kitchen to network with me, are they?
Where you can close by just putting up a post. You're saying,
Yeah.
we're not open today.
That is mad,
It's crazy.
But if you have a restaurant that opens 7 days a week,
you gotta be open, bro.
From 3 p.m. till 10, and then you put up an Instagram post saying we're not open, you're gonna be like, what the frig, bro?
Yeah, you're getting
I'm
blamed.
knocking at the.
You're not open. You sure?
Well, I can see it,
You know what I mean? It's
Facts.
mad. It's mad. But to go back to the original question you did ask, can Brum do more? Definitely. But then, do more with what? Because when you really deep it, what is really in Brum to take to another city?
But you know what my thing is? It's not like we ain't got the talent, cause there's man, like, even from doing this podcast, it's made man realize how much man are actually on job, like doing their thing, like, but no one knows that they're doing their thing.
And he's a close quarter man as well. So there's some man that we don't know of, that we've never met ourselves, bro.
But even just doing this and made man realize, like, yo, there's bare man in from that are on job, like not talkers, like actually on job,
Just
like
do their thing, innit?
But it's like, why as a city are we not like
I feel, it's rather it's a question that doesn't have an answer. We generally need someone to answer that question. I don't want to be the person to answer it because I feel like I'm not the right person to answer that question.
So we need Birmingham.
We need someone in this city or something to answer that question, because it's weird. Like, as I said, there's a lot of people that do good things here, but no one's really known about it. And when I look back at half of the people you've had in this podcast, I'm saying, bro, I've seen Mohammed in passing. I've seen Mohammed in passing, but I didn't know he did that.
Never know what that.
I didn't know he did that.
facts.
So it's weird to think like, friggin' out, you've probably seen these people, you've probably been around these people and didn't even know that they did that. But why is it? Is it because they're humble? They don't really speak on it too much? Or is it that it's not being pushed enough, or it's not being believed enough in the city? So,
because you'll get like London and that, and it's like you got the certain pages that promote this stuff, or you know, there's events or there's things that are out there where it's like, yeah, you know who's doing what, but like in Brum, there's like,
it's like there's no real platform to say,
yeah.
Or no, it's not that there isn't. There is. It's just that you're probably not tapped into the right platforms to know about it. As I said, it's a very everywhere sectored. I said we were speaking about Dubhul. If you didn't know about it, you wouldn't know about it. There's certain things if you generally don't know about in this city, you won't know about. So I think it's just for people to be a bit more open-minded to other things, to other friggin' style of dressing, other styles of food, other podcasts that speak about this and so forth. I think you've just got to be open-minded, innit? To know what's really good. As I said, if you really want to know what's going on in your city, you can find out. It's 2 clicks away. 2 clicks away. If you really tapped into your city, you would know. Half the people ain't. So I think it's just a case of down to the individual, be tapped into your city and know what's going on.
It's wild as well because you say that, like, I've only recently started like looking at the we've got like a I'm Just Brum page on Insta. Like I look at that a lot more frequently now because it's not just like I thought it would just be like bad things about the city, kind of things, like, shocking things.
Oh, you mean Birmingham's Graham?
Not as Birmingham's Graham, but I'm Just Brum as well.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. So like, obviously there's some crazy stuff that you see on there as well. But then there's like, if the new restaurant opens up in Brum, like they probably get celebrated. Just things that
you do see a lot still. You do see a lot, but then at the same time as well, I feel like with some of them pages can be very biased as well. Because if you're not paying for, because sometimes they can just upload stuff free willingly, but then sometimes if you're not paying to be on the page, so then it goes back to a case of where
what you really do.
Are we doing it to lift the city, or are we doing it to profit? So, me personally, I'd rather do it for free. Because you're always going to be known. Yo, why am I talking about that place, It's going to go a long way, innit? Sometimes not everything for money, innit?
Facts.
Sometimes not everything. Obviously, the money's great, yeah. But sometimes not everything for money, innit?
Facts. Because this ain't paying, man.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people generally want to do things. Because there's been times where I'm saying, yo, chefs come down with me and that would be saying, oh, man getting paid? I'm saying, no, we're not getting paid, bro. Like, it's content, fam. What you on about? You don't know where this content's going to go, bro. I'm saying, but I'm paying a good cameraman to make it look lit, bro.
Social media's got that. Everyone just thinking bag, chase,
bag. The bag. And I'm saying,
music
bro.
And that as well.
I'm saying, but then it's like, but when you look at like the likes of like Young Philly, Chunks, them man, don't think half of their videos that they were doing and back to, it was free, bro. Them man was not getting the bag at the start, bro. Them man were definitely not getting the bag, and them man were putting in work rate, bro.
Facts.
You don't want to.
While still working a normal job,
bro. So then it just goes to show what people are expecting oh, I'm gonna do 2 videos and blow up by tomorrow. Get out of here, bro. If you think that's gonna happen, bro, just have a day off.
Bare collabs, bare content creation.
Yeah,
people
everything,
paying
bro.
for trains, transport off their own back just to get a video shot with a specific person or creator and stuff, just to get a name out there, and they're doing that completely free.
But even with that cooking show, that would be sick for the scene.
Yeah,
like, you know
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yo, let's do it, bro. Like, there's nothing. I'm not saying there's nothing fun to do, but I mean, like, what is there fun to watch?
That's for us, man.
Us, man, in our sector. And I'm saying, yo, bro, you have to remember, like, as chefs, bro, like, bro, we're known in the community, bro. Like, don't you want your customers and your clientele to see a different side?
It's
to you?
mad because you say this now, and it's like, I think the only thing that we've actually recently had that's kind of just even been slightly a bit of fun, which is, and it's I think the Birmingham's grime geezers do the punch
Yeah.
thing.
I've seen it on Tyler Street and that.
Yeah, you know the punch machine.
yeah.
They just record like locals getting high scores and that, and it's cool. Like I watch it and that, but I'm back to the thing. It's just like we don't have much.
Yeah.
We'd rather not have much.
So as I said, it's literally a handful that are literally kickstarting certain things, but if you're not tapped in, you won't see it.
No, facts.
So I feel like it's just, there's so many ideas. I sit there, I'm thinking, it's getting to a point now, even having this conversation today, I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm just gonna start it.
Start it.
I'm just gonna start, like, whoever's not involved, jump on later in it. But bro, I can't sit around and wait no more for the man them car.
Have to, blood.
Your vision's just not on my vision, innit? So
Start
we're
it,
gonna
blood.
do what we need. Gonna do what needs to be
Cause
done.
when you look back now and then 10 years, 5 years, if there's a scene in Bromwell, there's a media scene, there's this scene and that, man can say, yeah, man pioneer.
Man
that.
start- man
man
started
might not make no piece from it, you know.
no bread, but you started the structure in it. You started the base.
You
of
made it cool to be like, yeah.
I think that's what it is, man. I think someone just has to start everything in it.
But this is what I'm saying. We'll make it cool to just like for man to even realize what a passion project is. Some man won't even know what a passion project is. A project where you're just going off your passion, no P's, no funding or no, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Just started and doing it. Like some man's passion projects is, streaming on Twitch gaming or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say? But like something like this where man just forked out P's for equipment and man haven't even thought about ways to profit off of this. We haven't had that conversation like that. Man are just doing this for ourselves and the people that want to listen and like the next generation, the generations to come, you get me? So I feel like if we have that conversation of like more thinking about the future and stuff, things could be even a lot more wild. But because we're thinking about now
and it's doing it.
and the content of what we're actually doing, bro, it just hits differently.
Can man even think like even our journeys, just like as we grow, what can this grow into as well? Because our network's gonna get bigger, what we're doing is gonna get bigger. Just our individual shit. It'd be sick to have this on camera as well.
It's true, because you have to remember, you don't know who's watching you guys. That's one thing you really have to remember in this big game. From what you're doing on a day to day, you don't know who's watching you.
True.
Someone's sitting there just watching and waiting for you to do that right move, have that right person or say that right. Yo, they're ready now. They're ready.
Yeah, email.
And then you got the call, you got the email, and then boom, before you know it, it happens. So you never know. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. You have to believe in your process, because someone's sitting there like, go on, I know this week. Oh, all right, maybe next week. And as I said, you do it, and then as I said,
that's what I'm saying to
it
you.
comes, bro. It comes. So that's why you just have to believe in your thing and just, do it to the best of your potential, and just don't let no one knock what you're doing in it. There's no right or wrong way how to do anything,
100%.
When you deep it, like, no one knew how to build a building, but they found out how to do it somehow, innit? Like, there's, you know what I mean? There was wrong ways, there was right ways. Oh, we found how to do it now.
And then that structure is the thing that goes on hundreds of thousands of years now.
So I'm saying to you, bro, trust me, man. There's no right or wrong way, man.
Man, we're doing a lot for the city. I was going to say, we're all doing a lot for the city.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So 1,000%, man.
If we ain't going to get our flowers now, blood, we'll get it.
They're coming on. The flowers are bit dead, man. The flowers are bit alive. You know what I mean? Trust me, man. Want a big bunch as well. Nah, man, for real, man.
Cool. So, what are you gonna say?
Like, go. There you go. Now go.
I was gonna say, what kind of like advice and tips would you give to like young up and coming chefs or people that just want to start the chefing cooking thing right now?
There's no limits when it comes to cooking. No limits. Any idea you have in your head, just like literally put it together and do it. As I said, I base my food off elements in it. So if you think the element works in your head, create it. I used to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, bro, with an element and an idea, bro. Run to Tesco's. This is before Corona, so guys, when Tesco's used to be 24 hours. Yeah, you remember them days?
Remember that like it was just like 2 years ago.
24 hours no more.
You know what about people say that? Nah, it's wrong. That shit closes at 12, bro. Literally, that.
I know I'm gonna always go to Tesco.
You know what I mean, bro? I used to be there like at 2 in the morning, bro, buying ingredients because I've got a concept and I need it to work. And I didn't make it to eat it. I just wanted to put it together to see if it worked, and it worked. And it's like, all right, cool. Who's eating this food? But to go back to what you said, believe in what you're doing. It got a concept, do it. Just trial and error. There's no right or wrong way how to do it, innit? Like, you will find your way, you will find your feet. So if cooking's your passion, trust me, follow your heart, man. And make your people them try your food and give you some good feedback as well. But that's all I would say, really. Literally.
Facts. I respect that. It's like, where do you see yourself in like the next 5 to 10 years then?
5 to 10 years, boy, sir. Festivals and events. Hopefully I have the cooking channel on by then.
Cooking channel? What, like a YouTube channel or a TV channel?
Yeah, so it's a YouTube channel.
YouTube's a new TV in my eyes.
Nah, 100%.
So yeah, cooking channel. Obviously, literally, hopefully, like deep into the festival and events by that time.
WALLA at Wireless, I can see it now.
Basically, and just a figure in it of Brum, like. I wouldn't say a household name, but like
a bigger figure.
Yeah, a bigger figure in Brum. Like, yeah, if you come to Brum, like when you come to Brum, you say, okay, yard food. Who do you say first?
Bings.
Thank you.
I'm glad you said that.
I want to be kind of in that position of where your name gets mentioned. It's like, rah, voila. So building that, but that's not an overnight building it. That's a definite work rate and sleepless nights and basically what I've already been doing. So just basically just continue with what I'm doing now to gain that position. It's not the top position, but it's just a known position of where your name gets recommended and it gets held with some form of respect and kind of high ratings and that basically.
Some real last place.
Because unfortunately, that's something you can't buy. You got to earn that, baby. You know what I mean? Can't buy that. You have to earn that.
Facts.
So every day, man, it's working towards the bigger picture in that, innit? And just to be remembered, innit? Because I feel a lot of people can be on this earth for 40 years, 50 years, 25 years and don't really have an impact to say, oh, they did this or...
Zero legacy.
I want to be remembered for certain or, man, I've started something or, man, helped something grow or... Because a lot of people, not saying they waste their time here, but they don't really do key things with their time in it to be remembered. It's like, forgot. And it's like, it's sad that shouldn't happen. Because we're all good people in it. You know what I mean? So everyone should be remembered for something in it. Something positive at least. So definitely that 1,000%.
Because you want to know what's crazy as well? Like, you talking about that, like it reminded me of like depths. Like, you know how a lot of people pass or like music just comes and goes. Like, I'm not the biggest grime head or anything like that, but like I always not always think about depths, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like he's a prominent figure, bro. Like he'll always be in man's conversations and that, bro.
Yeah, stamped.
Like I felt like always get a stamp, and it's like, man,
like he's solidified him.
So it makes you realize, like, yo, you've done something to keep you there. So it just goes to show it can be done.
Facts.
In a very short space of time.
Incredible, bro.
Would you do any like cooking classes like with like youths and like school?
1,000. I want to generally do that. I think that's. For me, that's my way of kind of giving back in it. That's like no charge. Like that's just, yo, come, we're having a fun time in it. Literally, everything's on me, bro. Because I feel like learning the basics. I feel a lot of the basics ain't being taught no more, innit? Like the general normal data, how to make a noodles, how to butter a piece of toast. It's crazy. You would think. So, them sort of classes there for kids all
Bro,
day.
if you was there when I was at school and I witnessed you help me put a piece of chicken,
that'd be so sick, man.
season a piece of chicken, and put it on a pan, both sides cooked, whatever,
And know
then
what you're doing as well.
Yeah, know what you're doing, and like I'm like, oh, this, the cooking, and I ain't got no cooking experience, so I just know how to make ham sandwich or whatever. Like, a man bit that sandwich, and I thought, oh my god, like I'd want to be a chef.
Nah, facts, and this is the thing with man, because sometimes man underplay what impact they can actually have.
It's true.
And what influence they can have. Because they downplay their thing sometimes.
Quick one, school, bro. St. George's Primary. Remember Mr. Gabardon, bro?
Yeah.
Mr. Gabardon, I used to think Mr. Gabardon was the sickest teacher ever because he used to rap and that in the MC.
Yeah.
And I've always loved music from a young age. I remember he brought in his brethren to school, and he did like a little workshop, and I think he was teaching man how to like produce and make music and that.
Okay.
Bro, that stuck with me ever since, bro.
mad,
I make music and I produce and stuff, so that stuff actually has.
It's embedded now, innit?
It's embedded.
So you have to do it, blood.
You know, it's to even go back to the question, it's like mad because I remember looking at young pictures when I was in nursery, and I said my dad's a chef in it, so he used to come into the nursery and teach us. And I remember like looking at one of the pictures, literally all my friends around, and mine was there seasoning the meat, and at the picture, I don't know where that picture is to this day though. I know it's somewhere, but looking back at stuff like that, it's like if he would have continued with his thing at the level he was at, you know what I mean? He was known as well, but like to the level of where if he would have just pushed past that barrier and continued, like, so it's like them things there make me realize, like, yeah, man,
That's what you're here for.
yeah, you get me. So you gotta carry it on still.
And then you like admiring what your dad was doing, and then seeing like your other classmates' faces, and like you're thinking, yo, I'm trying to be like him.
Basically,
Even more so.
yeah, 1,000%, man.
Facts. And the youths need inspiration nowadays. Blood.
Yeah, of course.
God, these men don't know what they want to do nowadays.
These man inspired by drill rappers.
Because
bro.
you come now and you do this cooking class now, you're making man think like, yo, obviously man don't know money terms, but like man can think, yo, I can actually
profit.
I feel
and do this.
I feel that's why I even changed it, like, to it's a lifestyle, because I'm saying it's a day to day. Like, man will show you the fun side. Like, yeah, we party, yeah, we go out, yeah, we shop, we do this, we do that, but
Straight back to the kitchen.
there's back in the kitchen early one, because there's a hard work rate to live that lifestyle. So don't feel you need to do to live. I'm gonna show you we're still outside with them.
Yeah.
But we're not doing nothing wrong. We're doing a good thing. So you can still be a part of
making just as
of
much
the
money,
lifestyle.
Still making just as
you know
much
what
money.
I mean? And you're still making good money. You're still doing a good thing for the community. And you know what I mean? Your reputation ain't being tarnished.
You ain't gonna get in trouble. You ain't gonna get nobody knocking at your door.
You get me?
Facts.
So I feel like a lot of people need to embed that into their thing. Like, it is a lifestyle. With you, everybody can live the same lifestyle.
Alright, that would be a sick flipping. You know what? That's got an idea. Like a little thing that you could classically put down the knives and pick up the knives, but in a cooking way. That'd be so wavy, blood.
What's up? Oi, any sponsorships or any forget what we're saying, youth clubs or anything that need the holla me in it.
Facts.
That'd be a wavy.
That'd
blood.
be a mad one still. That'd be a crazy one.
I like that. that.
No, 1,000%. Nah, that definitely.
Last place boys back at it again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
That'd be wavy still. Man would love to see that still. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, you got my mind ticking now still.
That's what we do, bro. That's the purpose. That's the point.
If that's the case, we have to start it. We have to start it, You know what I mean? Don't want to give the gem to no one else now, shit.
Is it any this
But nah, man, real talk, man. Trust me, man. I feel like giving back to the youth or giving back to your community, and that definitely, man. Like, it's a must. Like, it's 1,000% a must, man. I feel like that's what puts you in that position of being that name, innit? And it's not that you're doing it to be that name, but they're the sort of things that you're doing out of the kindness and the genuineness of your heart because you want to do it. That start putting you into them categories,
And you will never be forgotten, bro.
Nah.
Even if they forget your name, yeah, you will always be like, yo, I remember when I was a kid, this guy came and he cooked stylish man. Very stylish man. Cooked. I'll never forget he wore this green gilet with his logo on there. I can't remember what it said, but since that day, like all I've wanted to do is cook.
Facts.
And then you might not remember the youth's face because mine was whoever it is grown up, but you'll be like, I swear that was me. That could have been me.
Yeah, it's true.
Facts. Cause even Rocky, going back to Rocky, his story. You imagine how many men his stories inspired now.
I told you, fam, like by seeing that, I thought it just maybe anything is possible, bro. You've come from the same place as man. Obviously a bit further than man, but we've crossed paths to where we've gone to the same school, bro. So to think, bro, if we've gone to the same school, basically we've had the same upbringing to some kind of degree, bro. If you can freaking do it, I'm sure definitely we can. There's no excuses, bro. Definitely no excuses, bro.
Facts.
Definitely no excuses, fam. I'm telling you. So, yo, guys, wake up and smell the coffee. Rapid.
Motivational purposes.
Yeah. Only, bro. I'm telling you.
Only blood. And when the mama's talking about, mama did it and that. Yo!
Oh, I did it. Nah, bro.
Real
He touched
shit,
it. I was like, oh. Nah, it touched, man. It touched different still. Can't lie.
I didn't know man could get so much motivational gems at friggin'
What time?
241, blood.
Bro, facts.
Nah, man. Trust me, man.
No, what you saying?
Start wrapping it up, blood.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. Boom. We're gonna go with the quote of the week segment. You know about the quote of the week segment? That means you don't get to the end of the party. So basically, we just basically have quotes on our Insta page. Yeah. We're just gonna run through basically our favorite ones.
Okay.
And then you can speak on it if you want, bro.
Okay.
If you got anything to say on there. So Tycho, you go first, my bro.
My quote of the week this week is discipline can fix 80% of your problems. So yeah, that's my quote of the week because discipline can fix 80% of your problems, bro. Like I feel like a lot of the things that man can kind of struggle with, all it takes is just discipline to fix it. And then once you get disciplined on that, then you just take it to the next level, innit? But I feel like most of my problems now is just discipline, innit?
Yeah.
And I know once I get disciplined, it's like the next level is there for man, you get me?
I'd probably keep it very short and say sacrifice as well.
Oh my God. Yeah, you been
I'd say sacrifice as well.
But you been saying some things that like
discipline, sacrifice, 1,000%. There, no stopping.
Nah, sacrifice has been my key word for the past few days though. The other day I was thinking to myself, like, you know, like sacrifice is such a big thing because you're not actually sacrificing something that you don't want to sacrifice. That you're actually sacrificing.
But you know what it
something
is?
that you want to sacrifice.
It's not for life. It's just a short period of time. When you say sacrifice to the everyday person, what you mean? I can't. No one said you can't do it again. It's just
it's temporary.
It's just 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. But 2 weeks to someone is the end of the world, isn't it? So
especially when you're in a constant, like you're just used to doing that set thing over and over and over, like a loop.
It can sound like the worst word ever, but it's, as I said, a month. You realise sacrificing a month of how it can put you 4 months ahead of where you need to be in life. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes it does play in your favour, innit?
That's my thing, you know. I need more discipline. Like I feel like I'm disciplined, but like I feel like once I set myself, boom, don't do this past a certain time, go sleep at a certain time, you know, leave this thing alone. Once I do that, blood, I'm gonna start floating.
Facts. Cause man, we're doing things and then you just find yourself, let me just go on my phone for a little
bit. Blood.
But I've got something to do, blood. Why am I picking up my phone, fam? You know what I say? But it's like just that little piece of like, yo. And it's even deeper than that. But like you're saying, sacrificing, it's not forever. It's a sacrifice. It's not stop doing it. It's a sacrifice. It's taking a little break from it.
Basically.
It's mad. It's mad stuff.
So that one hit ya.
Yeah, blood. I've been thinking about sacrifice. Yeah, blood. Yeah, that's my quote of the week still.
So, my quote of the week this week is, you have to be a good friend to keep a good friend. That one was a good one for me because I always tell about. I feel like I'm a good friend, but
you are still.
Sometimes,
you are still.
I appreciate that, bro. But like, you realize what it takes to be a good friend, as what it takes to be a good friend, like when a lot of like trials and tribulations come your way, and how you react to things, and then how you know your so-called friends take these things, or you know how they might treat you. And yeah, man, like being a good friend is not easy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's easy, it's natural when you're a good person, but I mean, like, to, you know, be there for somebody when you've got all of this stuff going on, you know, make sure you can check on them, wash. It's a lot. So like,
especially when you got your own shit going on.
Yeah, bro. So I'm just appreciative of like my friends, my brothers, my people that I got around me, that know what's going on in my life, and you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah,
I probably wouldn't say it's a case of being a good friend. It's just being yourself, because you know what it is. You can only trust people to be who they are, innit? So
Facts.
if you're a good person, you're going to be a good person, innit? If you're a bad person, I can only expect you to be a bad person, innit? So you try to pretend to be a good person towards me, it's going to show at some point. But it's your, what's the word? It's, how can I say it? It's for you to see that. You know what I mean? So generally, as I said, it's not. I wouldn't say it's got nothing to do about being a friend. It's for you just being a general all-round good human, person, innit? Good human being, innit? You follow, you check on your peoples and so forth, and rah. You probably might do. Not saying you're doing it to them to expect it back, but you can't expect that from them if you come to realize they haven't got that in them.
And that's why it's to say like keeping. Obviously, nobody should have to keep friends, but if you ain't reciprocating the energy, it's long, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
I think my thing is realizing that you might have an idea of what people should be like in your head, but sometimes that idea is unrealistic. Sometimes you get me?
1,000%.
Like no one's perfect. Like you might think, oh, why this person said this or said that, or blah blah blah. But like, yo, you might just overlook everything that person is. You know what I'm trying to say? Just because you feel like at that one particular moment of time, like this person ain't showered you, or this person ain't said this or said that. But I feel like that's one key thing about having, like, you can, like, the good people you have around you, remember that they're not perfect, innit?
Yeah.
Don't write them off because a little situations happen and you feel like, nah, fuck that person. But for the past, obviously people only as real as you are today, innit? But some people are real, innit? But you might just have some unrealistic expectations for them. That's not fair on them, you get me? When they're actually genuine good people.
It's true.
So that's just one thing I just gotta say about that still. For me as well, just thinking like this, sometimes you just have to remind yourself like, yo, this person is a good person, but not perfect, bro.
Yeah. That's some real-ish.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're real nigga, but they're not perfect, bro.
Obviously, that no one's great in it, but it's like having an expectation for someone like, oh, why don't they do so? Why don't they do that? And it's just that they're just not at that point yet in their life to be that person that you think they are, and you can motivate them day in, day out, but they've got to want it and they've got to want to get there. So you can't get like, oh, fuck my man, he's a dickhead. He's not. He just needs him. He's got to want himself to get there. And once he gets there, then no, he is that person. So cool, happy days. You know what I mean? We can now advance on to the next level, but they can only generally want it for themselves, innit? You can want it for them till the sun come, till the cows come home. But you know what I mean? If they don't want it for themselves, it's just never going to work, innit?
And good people are hard to come by, bro. So you can't just write off good people like that, bro.
Hard. When I mean hard, fam. Hard, fam. I'm telling you, like, it's... there's not a lot of them left, to be honest. It's like finding that Mewtwo in that pack of Pokemon cards.
Best sour apples, blood. Facts.
You get me, bro? You ain't find many of them, bro, and you have to literally sieve out to find that. But when you do, bro, hold on to that with both hands.
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't have these unrealistic expectations.
You can't,
blood.
trust me.
Facts.
Cause you about to say fuck my man, like, yo, you can't find my man again, blood.
Just because of the one mistake or something.
Yeah, blood.
And I feel people are quick to dash away these days, you know.
Blood.
Like, let's be real. Like, I feel like I've spoke to a lot of people over like the last year or two, and it's like 1 minute they're there, next minute they're gone. I'm like, bro, I feel like people don't give enough time for marination, innit? It's like they're expecting it to taste great straight. I'm saying, bro, sometimes you have to just leave it in the fridge a little bit, you know what I mean? Just let it make everything go back to its natural place, and that. People don't give things time again. Yeah. They expect everything fast paced.
No,
if you say something, he expects it now. And it's like, bro, relax, bro. It's going to take 2 days. Yeah, it's...
People can't wait 2 days.
For the marinating processes, it's gone out the window still. Everyone does it on the day, innit? You know what I mean? It's just... Yeah, the night before and the day before, it's gone out the window still.
It's just not hitting the way it's
not hitting the way it needs to.
Facts.
Yeah, blood. What?
Oh, yeah.
That was 6 though.
You're a good friend too, buddy. You know what it is? I got so gassed in the comment. I forgot to send it back, blood. But yeah, just before we end it, tune of the week. So we're gonna go with you starting, WALLA.
Oh, Cash Bad Behavior's busting right now still for me. That one's getting pumped on the way home, I'll be honest.
That tune came out today?
Yeah, it came out today still.
Came out today.
Big up Cash.
Yeah, bit of cash-tastic, but
He's done a lot
bounce
since
back
he's
from
back.
adversity.
I mean,
Yeah, but
basically.
Tycoon?
K-Trap spoiled.
Crazy one. Crazy one.
He's
I'm not a massive super drill head, you know.
Okay.
That tune, I was listening to that on the way back from work, bro. You do your thing. I'm talking your song.
K-Trap, bro.
Different gravy.
Different gravy, bro.
gravy.
Like, in terms of artistry, I was even saying to fucking Tizo, bro, I'm like, yo, you can see my man's confidence in the videos now. Like, you can tell, like, he's actually believing in his source now. Like, yeah, I'm cold now. Like, you can see in the video, like, it's, bro,
Proper.
that tune there.
Something with a shower noise. What did he say? G18, something. I'm spoiled.
Hey, cold.
I will listen to that one still.
Cold.
Even the song structure and the way he's done the chorus, and I thought, even when I was listening to it today, I thought, you're an artist now.
Yeah.
You're an artist now. You're not just a drill rapper.
Yeah, you're an artist now.
So it is, isn't it? You sometimes you have to nurture your craft, innit?
Basically,
And that's what it is. Being around Blade and rah. Man are saying, yo, I can see what you want to be in it, but you don't know how to get this. Yeah, what? Bam, do you think? So that's what you have to do is nurture it. Once you nurture your craft in anything, bro, it's curtains for everybody.
Bro, as I said, bro,
curtains,
I'm watching the video and I saying to him, you can see my man's feeling this thing now, like he's flexing in the video.
You know what it is?
Like, yo,
because that you can't buy that. You have to get into it.
Yeah.
Once you're into it, it's money can't. Money's great, you know, but money can't buy everything. Bro. I'm telling you, money can't buy natural vibe and how you come across in it. So yeah, it's curtains.
He's in his bag now.
Definitely gonna tap into that one still.
Yeah, then I can't wait for that next tape that he's gonna drop. That's gonna be fucking.
What did he say? Something about handbag and a new pair of heels. She's spoiled.
Like, is this going? He's going in, and the beat cold. Everything chorus cold. Yo, yeah.
You got me on some K-Trap shit though.
Blood that tune could be a top 10. Like the chorus is that repetitive. What's the word? It just plays in your head.
Catchy one, innit? Catchy ones are always the best though, fam.
Different blood, but
different. My tune of the week is probably, I've been listening to this for about 3 weeks straight now. It could have been my last week's one, but I chose Mafia by Travis Scott. But this week is Shawnee is you might wouldn't know who this is, but it's Shawnee Bin Laden. And the tune's called A Head Up. And he's a like a New York drill rapper, and he only raps on like sampled beats. And my man, I don't know if you know Tupac, Keep Your Head Up.
Yeah.
My man done a drill tune to that instrumental, bro, and it's just insane. The song's literally like a minute and a half, but the tune is just so sick. It like I just loop it, I just play it back, I bring it back because it's so short, and it just worked its way to like the top of my Spotify.
So he's done there's a drill
version of the Tupac Keep Your Head Up tune.
How you think Tupac fans are gonna feel about that? If you're gonna be alright?
I'm a Tupac fan, bro, and I can't stop getting sturdy in the shower.
Swear down.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that. Are you a Tupac fan?
Bro. Alright, I'm in the deep it.
I know there's some man that are heavy Tupac and they're like, what? Tupac true?
Old school pack, bro. But you know what it is? I said the world's changing, bro. So
Changing?
anything's possible, bro.
I want to hear that.
If a man can work it, bro.
And it's just so short and sweet, bro. Like I said, you just bring it back and it's cold.
Listen to that.
So yeah, Shawnee Bin Laden, Head Up. So yeah, all of these tunes are gonna get added to the Spotify playlist as they do. WALLA, bro, I can't lie.
Amazing episode, bro.
We're outside, man.
Absolutely amazing, bro.
Can't lie, blood.
As they say, it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
I can't wait to watch this one back still.
Basically, this one's gemmed all the way up, bro. This one's so gemmy. I'm gonna do a U. This one gemmy like one jeweler.
Yo, this one. This one Jerry definitely like jewelry quarter. Hey, no the bombs.
But yeah,
blood. 6 though.
Episode.
It doesn't even feel like 3 a.m.
I don't, blood. Episode 12 of the Last Place podcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate everyone again. Just remember, last don't mean lost. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks everyone again.
Yeah, blood.